Please don't ever select me for recap because I won't be able to do it.
I could have done.
I would never be able to do it.
That I wasn't a part
That's
of.
true.
I just listened to. But the ones that I'm a part of, I'm just like, what happened?
I will let you guys. I'll let you guys tag team it. Welcome everybody to tonight's episode of Roll of Fate. This is our Rebirth campaign, our Thursday campaign. We play every week at this time, or rather, theoretically around this time. Technically, we start at 8, but also sometimes it's 8:15. So whatever, man. Anyways,
it's 8:09. Like
yeah.
We're early.
This
really,
is pretty good. So tonight, joining us, we've got Cricky, Rain101, Tigger with 3 Gs, and Your Starling. All beautiful, wonderful streamers. If you're not already following them, you should be. Their links are down below in the About section, so go check them out if you haven't already. So before we hop in, Ty, please do recap, and Cricky and Rain and Star, you guys are welcome to hop in and help him out with whatever details you find pertinent.
So we find ourselves in the Shadowvine Forest, specifically. Last time we entered into the Hag's lair, the tower where they were performing a ritual that we needed to stop in order to save Jagathiel, or at least make our way into to save Jagathiel. Upon arrival, we had Alistair disguise himself as a hag, and then we bound ourselves with rope, and we acted as prisoners or sacrifices for this ritual. And so we played along. We ended up separating once, kind of submitting to this line of prisoners. Alistair chose me as a special. I don't know what it was called. I don't know what the word. There was a special word that was used.
The tide.
Yeah, you were
The
a
tide.
Sidekick.
You're the tide.
This ritual bitch.
Yes.
The tithe.
The ritual bitch.
And so we made
The
our
bitual?
way. The bitch. We made our way into the tower,
Name of my new band.
leaving Nessicle with Boar down in the line with the rest to be submitted to the ritual circle.
Mm-hmm.
We made our way into the tower, where we found I believe the sacrifices being done on these tithes. We managed to escape into up a staircase, which we climbed to the top of the tower and found ourselves at the heart of this ritual, where there was 12 hags surrounding a flame. They were the fuel to this ritual. They were
Yeah, they were chanting
reason
something
why
I don't think any of you language any of you speak.
Yes. Exactly.
Somebody did comprehend languages, or some such thing, and got it translated.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. But I still don't think that that doesn't identify what language it was. I don't think. But in any case, yes, that's correct.
Meanwhile, Nessicle and Boar are ushered to this ritual site, where they were able to engage with Jagathiel finally. And while they're raising hell, I don't know if you guys want to provide more details.
Yeah, you want to tag me in, bud?
Yeah, go for it. What was going on down in that zone?
Jagathiel appeared to be charmed by the hags.
Oh, hey, we lost Starling. Go ahead and finish this, and then we'll fix the cameras in a second.
Yeah. Jagathiel appeared to be charmed by the hags, and Ness and Boar created a diversion and broke the charm, allowing Jagathiel to escape. We were sort of beset upon by hags, while Alistair and Mercy attempted to disrupt the or at least delay the ritual at the top of the tower. They were able to kind of hold it off for a little while before the hags discovered that they did not belong there, or not who they appeared to be. Mercy grabbed a broom and a hag and jumped off the tower, hoping for the best, struggled with the hag, eventually managed to defeat the hag while maintaining control of the broom. Alistair also was able to escape on broomback with Mercy, who very suavely popped in and asked if he needed a ride. All the while, Jagathiel, Ness, and Boar attempted to flee, made sort of a triangulation with the other two who were flying, when a wyvern appeared and attacked. So presently we are, some of us on the ground, some of us in the air. Wyvern attacking, hags pissed off, ritual sacrifices being ritualistically sacrificed and screaming in horror as green flame erupts from the tower and murders like 30 some odd people. Sorry, we tried.
Rip.
Get out of the circle.
Rip in
Ness was like,
peace.
get out of the circle, kill a hag on your way.
Had
and people did
I will
not.
will say had Ness not come up with the magic circle that the DM forgot existed, that whole thing might have gone a little differently. But you did do that, which is great.
Sure.
No, it's great. Like I was like, okay, that's fine. Sure.
I have the spell. Yeah.
It almost backfired on me though, but it didn't.
Oh yeah, when
But it
she
did
was
not.
like,
I
good.
yeah, that's true. I forgot that it just like, it's like, I mean, I guess I could have ruled it differently for the charm, but like it made sense in my mind. So
Sure.
yeah, sure. I like it. Let's see, any other pertinent details?
Ness is on a broom. Mercy and Alistair are a bit slower on a broom. A wyvern is chasing them.
That's true.
Boar and Dragathiel are fleeing on foot.
Mhm.
And everybody's just real happy to be alive right now.
Right now, yeah.
Especially
Yeah,
right now. At the
Um,
moment.
Sure. I guess a little more background for just everybody. For anybody who hasn't watched to this point, the party is actually in the Feywild at present. After escaping from the what appeared to be a significant ambush of kobolds, Dragathiel opened a portal to the Feywild, which they leapt through, and then are now in their present situation. Dragathiel was taken, apparently charmed or hypnotized, or some sort of spell that the party did not see, as they were under the influence of a sleep spell from several pixies. She was taken. Now they've gone to rescue her. Now they're trying to escape, and that's basically the gist of it. So, any other questions before we jump in? Any other spells, mechanics, any sort of fun stuff like that?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Well, on that note, I'm gonna change the music, and then we'll get started. But before I do, I do want to, because I got a bunch of people that followed and stuff. So before I go any further, thank you for those follows and some scribbles. Let me see who it was.
Scribbles.
Let's see. Cricky, thank you for your subscription.
You're welcome.
DeMiller, thank you for your subscription. Killianair99, thank you for the follow. Nurse Hyperion, thank you for the follow. Shaggy Games, thank you for the follow. Leonis Azure, thank you for that sub. And also Sunny Singer, thank you for the sub. Without further ado,
Hey,
I'm gonna change
guys.
the music, and yeah, thanks everybody for showing up. Without
A damn
further
channel
ado-
popping off.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Let's go ahead and change to a slightly different music, and we're gonna
oh
get
yeah, the
going.
music. That's what I was trying to figure out when I accidentally like lost Zoom and tabletop at the same time.
No worries. So
There's no thunder going on, right? I'm not gonna get like.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh my
I'm not gonna like poop
God.
myself. Thinking
That was,
thunderstruck.
oh my god. My blood pressure was like through the roof that night.
so
And it was like right when you were rolling that while you were falling. I was
Yeah.
so
that was
scared.
really well timed.
Yeah.
Just do that again. Do that if you could do that for me every time. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah. I am a witch.
Um,
I will craft the weather accordingly.
Yes.
Just a thunder
And
thing
I'll
on my
just keep
stream
jumping
deck.
off of shit.
So, Mercy, you are currently in the air,
Mhm.
riding a broom, with Alistair clinging onto the back, as you guys are currently engaged with a large.
Not yet. I'm sorry.
Meanwhile, Ness on the ground, having been thrown another broom, having deciphered that he needed to speak some Infernal in order to get it rising. He is now aboard his broom with Dragathiel and the invisible satyr boar close behind. We're going to start back at the top of the turn order, just right where we left off. Let me pull up my notes. There they are. So, that's actually going to be Mercy. That is you first.
Oh, I did have one question.
Yes, ma'am.
Is Rain's added D4 still in effect, or is that done?
No, I don't believe so.
It was 1 minute, so yeah,
Yeah.
probably not.
That would
Probably
be
not.
gone.
Okay. Just checking.
So, Mercy, as you are kind of doing your best to keep control of this broom you've never been on before, with Alistair on the back engaging with the wyvern, which appears to be significantly faster than you guys currently, as you gather the broom's weight limit, while not exceeded, it is certainly having trouble moving at its maximum speed currently. Either way, you're currently being harried by a large wyvern, as you just see its kind of large wings kind of curl up for like a big gust, as it then kind of like dives under, and you see it trying to swing around and kind of pull you off the broom. But it is currently your turn. What are you doing?
I'm going to I want to use my movement to fly closer to the ground, because
Okay.
I forget how high up we were.
You're essentially flying like along a slope. You're about 100 feet in the air, roughly.
Yeah, we're flying down.
Like straight down.
No, pretty aggressively down though. Like still keeping yeah, because I don't want to shake Alistair off. I don't want to.
Like at 45.
Yeah, we'll give it a 45-degree angle
Okay.
down that son of a
That'll
bitch.
okay, very good. So we'll put you down about 20 more feet. We'll say you're at 80 feet at this point, as you kind of just begin descending as quickly as you feel like you safely can. It does appear that the wyvern is rather easily able to keep pace at this point, as you kind of look back, seeing the remaining hags as this ritualistic fire, apparently having sprung from the tower into the actual kind of ritual circle, engulfing many of the various sacrifices, we'll call them, because that's a little more detached and I don't feel as bad. As you hear the screams coming up from over there, and you see these various, like, what appear to be, you don't know what sort of fire this was, but you do still see this almost like torrent of wind, as you kind of hear this kind of like this kind of like sucking sound, is like almost like a scream, but in reverse, as you kind of see what you gather to be the spirits of many of the people who had been in that circle being flown around through the air kind of wildly. As you see back behind you now the hags that have finished that ritual, many of them grabbing their brooms and hopping off. Some of them appear to be chasing after you, and some of them you actually see going around to try, and like you see as their mouth kind of opens up with this kind of like these jagged toothy maws just kind of open unnaturally wide, as they begin like almost sucking up a few of these loose spirits. Anything else you would like to do with your turn now that you have?
Loose Spirits would also be a cool name for a band.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So Funeral Doom right there. I like it.
So,
Sorry.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the wyvern.
okay, very good. Go ahead and roll for that. Remember, you get 2 beams, so 2 attacks.
Plus, it's still that was the one that I fought that with the text still.
It is technically hexed still, yes.
So. Okay. 20 to hit.
That definitely hits. Natural 20?
No,
Okay.
no. Okay, let me roll my D. Sorry, my brain's
That's all good.
catching up. That's 6 total damage with the.
Okay,
And
noted.
then the second beam.
That was with your hex included?
Yeah,
Okay, very good.
and then 19 to hit the second time.
That also hits. Go and roll damage.
I guess I could just roll these 2 at the same time.
Pull up. Forgot to roll for these.
8
guys.
damage total.
Okay, sorry, I'm adding. Have to
You're
add
good.
a few people to the turn order real quick.
Oh.
That's unfortunate for you guys. They rolled real good. All right, so
I'm very scared.
as you kind of reach out, and this just kind of almost a whitish force energy just blasts out of your hands, you kind of just lean back, almost propping your arm up on Alistair, just as a makeshift little bit of a sandbag to steady your aim, and both of them just land right into the chest of the wyvern. It does take
Can you lean on
damage.
me, BB?
It still seems very upset.
Oh, okay. It is upset.
Still seems. It
All
sounds-
right, just so we're clear.
Noted. Noted.
Yeah.
Let me write that down.
I'll write that
So-
into your notes.
With that, one of the hags that has left the tower is actually coming after you guys. As you see them kind of heading towards you, it looks like they won't be able to make it in this turn, but they will probably be very close next turn,
Fuck.
as their brooms are currently unencumbered. So,
Great.
Alistair, it is now your turn.
You calling us fat?
So we're about how far off the ground now?
About 80 feet.
Ah, Oh, it's still really high. Okay, great. I will. I'll just shoot crossbow again.
Okay, back at the
And
wyvern. Okay.
Yeah. And how close is he to us?
The wyvern's right on you, is in its keeping pace with you.
I mean, he's keeping pace, but at what distance?
We'll call it 10 feet.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty
Right.
close, yeah.
Yeah, I guess. God, every time we play, I have to remember how everything works.
Sure. I mean,
Um,
I'm being loose with this in that when Mercy moves away in the air because it's a chase, I'm not doing like attack of opportunity for you guys in the air.
every
I'm
single
trying
turn.
to just keep it fluid for this.
Sure.
So yes.
Okay. All right. I will shoot my crossbow at him.
Okay.
Do my best.
I'm gonna change the song. I don't like it. How about this one?
I wouldn't know because I still can't hear anything. I tried it in Chrome and Edge. Oh, come on, really? All right.
Big wyvern.
11.
Yes.
That's not
Okay.
gonna go
11,
anywhere.
unfortunately, does not hit.
Yeah. All right. Then I hold on tight
Okay.
and end my turn.
Very good. Oh, you know, I moved you out of order. That's fine. Ness, it was supposed to be your turn. I got the two of you confused on account of you being so close together and
Naturally,
in love
yeah.
and stuff.
No, I thought but I was whatever. So I'm on this broom. I don't think I like kicked off the ground yet. But how
No.
far away am I from this thing?
From the wyvern ahead of you.
Yeah.
At this point, it's still probably. I mean, because you're on the ground almost directly below them, based on where Dragathiel kind of teleported you. So it's you're
Yeah.
about 80 feet below.
And I can move like 50 feet on this broom. You said.
Let's check. I believe you can actually move 60. Did I not? I forgot to add to your inventory, didn't I? But yes, it should. I believe it's 60 in, when it's unencumbered. But let me see. Broom of flying. Nope, you're right. It is 50. Yeah. You can carry up to 400 pounds, but its flying speed becomes 30 feet when it's over 200 pounds.
Sure. And I can't like dash or anything to get double speed or
I mean, you can.
because
Yeah.
it's a vehicle or whatever, right?
No, you can still dash. I'll let you dash. If you want to. I mean, you can't do anything else. You're just essentially spending your whole time kind of like doing like Harry Potter.
I mean, I
just,
still
like...
have a bonus action.
Yeah, sure. You do, technically.
I'm just gonna use the 50 to get kind of closer.
Okay.
Try to stay kind of behind it. And where is it? Wow, that's so loud. Hold on a second. I can't even think straight. It's so loud. Even though I turned it down to 33%. Okay. Oh god, my brain works again. So yeah, I'm gonna try and I'm gonna kick off the ground and try and get close to it. And I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
Classic. Okay.
Yeah. Because I can. That's all I can really do. That's not enough. That's a 12.
Yeah, unfortunately not.
Where?
Okay.
Pew pew pew.
Anything else you'd like
Well,
to do, sir?
And I'm gonna 60 feet. I'm within. I'm also no, I can't. Yes, I can. It's a bonus action. Durg. I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon as well
Okay. Very good.
and try to dink it in the head, and that is a 14.
Let me double check. 14 unfortunately does not hit.
Okay. Well, there's this spiritual weapon that's like
What
Chilling
speed
with
can
it.
a spiritual weapon move at? When do you move?
I can move it up to 20 feet.
Okay. Good to know. So, roll me a perception check real quick, Ness.
Boop. 18.
Okay. Actually, all you guys roll me a perception check real quick.
Well,
20.
Okay.
14.
14. So, Ness and Dragathiel. The two of you, perhaps because you're not currently being engaged by a large creature, you manage to notice a couple things. The first being that a lot of these hags that have left the tower, they are apparently, at least one of them is clearly heading towards the ground towards you, Dragathiel. The other one appears to be currently kind of holding back to assess the situation. There appear to be two that are like gauging whether to get engaged or not. But additionally, probably maybe 60 feet out in front of where Mercy and Alistair currently are, you notice a very familiar golden hawk-like form approaching them rather quickly. As you see this kind of like almost no longer ethereal in nature, you see this kind of brown and golden hawk kind of making its way towards them. You recognize, as at least you believe it to be, Finvir's hawk. However, in a physical form, now that it is in the Feywild from where it is naturally from. And that is about all you see for now.
Nice.
And is the hag's turn. So this one hag, you do see this kind of green-skinned hag with just various different like boils and bumps, just like this crooked nose, just kind of dive down, heading towards you guys. She's still about 60 feet away at this point, but she is clearly headed toward Dragathiel. At this point, though, let me see. Got it. So that should be... So Aya, the what you previously knew to be this ethereal hawk that kind of seemed to follow Finvir around and do his bidding, Aya is apparently very much real in this plane. As you guys look at it, it apparently just kind of with this really great speed is just like flying straight towards the wyvern at the moment. Well, let's take a look. Sorry, I really like this music.
Yeah, I bet it's awesome.
You still get in here.
I've told, like I've said, it doesn't. I can get in. I just can't hear anything. There's no audio. So.
Gotcha. It may when I play the next song. All right, so let's call this a dive bomb from Aya. Let's see. Like Xena. So let's see. That is a natural 20. So let's go and do this. Yeah. So as you guys hear like this kind of like just almost like a breaking of the sound barrier, as there's just a loud pop, and you hear like a hawk like kind of sound as Aya now slams into the wyvern. Let's see. Does 10 points of damage as you see it almost like pierce through one of the wings, tearing a small hole in the side. At this point, Aya then kind of turns to pull up alongside the two of you on the broom, and you see her kind of like be like turning her head at you like quizzically. But we'll get to that in a minute. It is no longer Aya's turn. So Cricky, you like previously commanded one of the hags to flee.
Yeah.
How long is that active for? And how often do they get a save?
Every round, I think they get a wisdom saving.
At the end of their turn or at the beginning?
Let me see.
Okay.
You see within range, target must succeed a wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn.
Okay, let's find out. So it would be at the end of the turn though, on its next turn.
Yes, is on its next turn.
Okay, so I think I failed the last one, so it was still running away. It was heading back, as far as you could tell, back into the ritual circle, which is currently encircled in flame.
Cool.
So that you can't actually, it's not currently in your vision, but you know it's back there somewhere. So, and now it's the end of its turn. Let's see. And it rolled a natural 20 to break out of that, so it is going to be turning back around to head towards you guys.
Cool.
But it is currently very far away, but you do hear a kind of, like this kind of guttural roar come up from whatever this large black furry creature was as it begins making its way back towards you. So, now the wyvern's turn. So, let's see. First attack is going to be on you, Mercy.
How close am I to it now again? I'm sorry. It was like 80 feet away, and I'm 50. I moved 50
so
feet,
30,
right?
Yeah, you're 30 feet.
I have a thing for this. Okay. I have improved warding flare, and I can give it disadvantage.
Even though you
If I
missed
don't-
your last warding flare?
No, missed my last Warding Flare.
Did you?
I can't miss it.
Oh, I'm sorry. You missed Guiding Bolt. Yes, Warding Flare. Yes. So you can use that as a reaction?
At level 6,
Okay.
it becomes improved, and I can use it if it attacks other people within,
Okay.
and it's within 30 feet of me.
Okay, so it gets disadvantage on the attack roll?
Awesome.
On
Yes.
all of its attack rolls this turn?
You use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll. So if it gets multiple attacks, it's...
Okay.
I mean, it's... that it's blinded, so I don't know if it... I mean, that's your call.
Does it?
I
It doesn't
think.
get a save against being blinded?
You can interpose divine light between yourself and an attacking enemy. When you are attacked by a creature at level 6, it becomes other creatures or if other people are attacked.
Okay.
Within 30 feet of you that you can see, you can use a reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll, causing light to flare before the attacker before it hits or misses. An attacker that can't be blinded is immune to this feature. You can use this 3 times per rest. Blah blah blah. It doesn't say specifically if it's for the entire turn order or the entire turn, or if it's just for the one attack. I think it's implied that it's just one attack.
Yeah,
but I
it
don't know.
reads like one attack for me. The way that reads.
Yeah, I mean, I assume it's for whatever the first attack is, but whatever, I want to use it.
All right. Well, it missed. So as the wyvern kind of pulls up beside you, and you see this kind of large, almost serpentine-like mouth kind of reach out at you, Mercy, it just completely whiffs as a blinding flash of light just immediately blinds it, and it just goes right over your head. However, as it shakes it off, Alistair, it comes at you with its tail, and I don't think that's gonna hit. Actually, it might. Does a 16 hit you?
Just a second. Sorry, I was looking
No
at
worries.
something else on my character sheet. 16 does. Can I do something about this?
You might. I don't
yes.
know, can you?
Yeah. So I can see it, right?
Yeah.
Can I react? Can I use my reaction to have the attack's damage against me?
Sure. How many uses of that do you have?
It's. What do you mean? How many? It just says one reaction. So.
Oh, so really? Oh, you get that every turn?
I can use that whenever I want.
Does Rogue
Wait,
get that? Let me
really?
see that. Let me look this up. What?
When an attacker that.
Dodge does it, right?
Yeah, uncanny dodge.
dodge.
It just says uncanny dodge, one reaction.
Look under your actually. I can do it for you real quick. Let me
Action.
So now I'm curious. You might be right, but that seems.
That seems like awesome.
Heckin',
Yeah, it says
heckin' good.
you can use your reaction to have the damage.
Damn, really?
Doesn't? Yeah.
Okay. I hadn't read that in a while. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, because I'm looking at it. It doesn't have.
Holy shit, that's boss.
Mm-hmm.
When an attacker.
I also have
consumes-
unsettling visage, but I don't want to use that right now.
Settling
I'll use-
visage.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then whatever I say, you will take half damage.
Okay.
Let me. Does it specify the
Just says
attack's damage? Does that? Don't. Okay, I'm gonna say that it applies to all of the damage then. Sure. 5. So that would be 9. So 4 points for the first. Like as it does impact your side, this kind of stinger just pierces straight into you.
Ow!
Now I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right, so I already take 4 points.
You take 4 points of damage because that was halved. Yes.
Okay, and then a Constitution save.
Yes.
Oh God, this is not a. I don't have anything. With this. 11.
As you feel this kind of like, as it pulls back out, there's kind of this almost green ichor that kind of begins dripping off, and you see it almost a little bit seep out of your wound as you feel like pulsating through your body.
Yeah.
As it begins to spread, let me roll this in the game. That'll take me less time.
Is this like that familiar green ichor that we've seen before?
You have never seen this before.
Okay, good. Okay, great. We saw. Oh no, that was black, I guess.
Yeah, this is a little different, and it's gonna hurt pretty bad.
Oh great.
You take 20 points of poison damage.
Fuck.
As the poison from the wyvern stinger just immediately begins spreading through your body. I don't think uncanny dodge would take away half that damage either, because it's not part of the attack. It's a saving throw. So 20
Yeah,
points of
that
damage.
sounds right.
20 points of damage to you.
Alright, I'm not feeling great right now, guys. Really not feeling great right now. I'm like barely holding on to this to Mercy in front of me, guys. I'm like,
yeah, Ness, you just see as it kind of whips around and then pulls its stinger back out, you just see as immediately the blood begins to drain from Alistair's face.
I should have used Unsettling Visage there, but I wouldn't have known. That sucks.
Which is funny because Alistair still looks currently like a hag, but you
oh yeah, right.
but you do see as just even so, like the color begins to drain away from her face, depending on what form she's in. She's in. So Dragathiel, is your turn. You having seen this all unfold with kind of you feel that kind of beside you, kind of pulling just slightly on the back of your vestments there. Boar just invisibly kind of following you, occasionally letting out a whimper, but you are up. You see a hag heading towards you. You hear something coming from behind you at a relatively quick speed. What are you doing?
Okay. Where is Fenrir's falcon?
His hawk is...
Or hawk? My bad.
It's currently to just like a few feet away on the right side of where you see it kind of flying parallel to Mercy and Alistair currently in the air above you. So about from you, because you moved him 30 feet ahead, probably about 110 feet away from you up in the air, kind of diagonally.
Cool. I'm not close to anyone, am I?
Nope, not right now. I mean, Ness is, 80 feet away from you even, so...
All right. And do I know... Wait, how big is the hawk?
I mean, it's... I don't know how to tell you. It's hawk-sized. I guess there's different size hawks. Yeah, kind of like red-tailed hawk size.
Okay, cool.
So it's like,
cool.
it's a pretty big bird.
Okay.
You guys know what red-tailed hawks look like?
I'm sorry. Oh, sorry.
You're like, oh yeah, like it's like a red-tailed hawk. Like, oh yeah, of course.
Sorry,
Great point of reference.
Okay, this is a quick.
I like immediately knew, like, yes, yeah, like, oh yeah, no, oh, like a big hawk, yeah.
Did you? Because I did.
Yeah.
I did.
I genuinely did.
Did
Really? Does everybody know what a red-tailed hawk is?
Yeah.
I did an independent study on hawks.
Here's a quick survey. Here's a quick survey. I want to know.
Kai is just a hawkologist. Okay.
How many of you?
I am a hawk.
How many of you know off the top of your head that sharks do not have bones?
What?
Not have bows? Yeah,
Bones.
they don't.
Bones.
They prefer melee.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't.
Other than the
But
teeth,
I did know that.
other
It's
than
all
their teeth and jaw. Yeah, they have no
I know
bones. Okay.
Good on them.
Just
do they
curious.
have?
Cartilage. This
Just
came up at our last. This came up
Yeah.
in the Monday night campaign because they're like, "What sharks? How do?" I'm like, how do you
I
know?
thought that was common knowledge.
I thought so,
My
too.
house is full of
I learned that
bones.
in elementary school.
Right. Yeah. So anyway, anyways,
I went to Catholic school. We didn't learn shit.
so
You learned about Jesus.
Well, yeah,
Sorry,
we learned not to fuck each other before marriage.
Dragathiel. Sorry for
How's that working out for you?
As well as sharks have.
You tell me.
What are you doing?
How many things are there? Wait, okay. So I could hear the one turn around, but that one's far away,
You
right?
gather from the angry howl,
Oh, yeah.
probably headed towards you. Yeah.
All right, and then there's the other one that you said is probably 30 feet away from me.
There's currently another hag that's about 60 feet away from you in the air, currently clearly
I
heading
thought
towards
said
you.
30. Oh, but 60's fine. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna tell her to flee.
The one that's
The
60
one
feet?
that's in 60 feet. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That is
Oh,
a
I got the
wisdom
music.
saving throw.
Holy shit.
Sorry, what?
That's a wisdom saving throw, right?
Yes.
All right. I don't think a 12 is enough.
It's not.
All right. It is yet again.
Oh my gosh! Leave me alone.
The hag immediately turns on a dime and begins heading away from you. Cool. So.
Cool.
She's just sending them all away.
Yeah, she's just like, no.
Be gone, thought.
No, turn around.
All right. Sorry. Continue, Dragathiel.
I used my bonus to just like move further and further. I mean, I don't know how movement works right now because I'm running.
Sure.
clearly.
I mean, you'd have to use your action to dash if you want to dash. You can
Okay.
still move your full 30 feet, which is keeping pace with everybody else currently. But But yeah, so you're currently staying at the distance you are from everybody, but you're not getting further away. Ness is the only one who's able to move a little bit faster because he's unencumbered.
Yeah.
On his broom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can they, if I yell really loud, can they hear me?
Probably. There's a lot going on, but they can probably hear you.
Okay, I'm just gonna yell at them that they need to get Alistair to me.
Okay. How do you say that?
Guys! Guys! Alistair looks real bad! Bring Alistair over here! Just bring Alistair over here!
All right, but we're bringing a guest.
I know, right? That's okay!
Very good. It appears to have been relayed. At this point, it is Boar's turn. Let's see. Oh, also, Cricky, can you turn your volume up just a tiny bit?
What?
Can you turn your mic up just a tiny bit, or get it closer to your mouth hole? There we go.
Yeah?
That a girl.
Okay.
There we go. All right, so
Surprising after how much yelling I just did.
yeah. Boar. Let's see, what's the distance on this? 60 feet. He's currently invisible.
You want me to
He
throw
is
him?
going to hold his action. He's going to cast a spell, assuming Mercy brings the wyvern closer. And we'll see how that unfolds in just a minute. Let me see. Yes. Okay, so he's going to hold his spell. Cool. So, then, like I said, it would be your turn, Alistair, but I actually accidentally put you early. So, Mercy, it is now your turn. Back at the top of the turn order. It is you. What are you doing?
Yeah, so I'm going to start flying towards Dragathiel.
Okay, so you're just going to turn around. Very good.
Yeah, I'm going to turn around and make my way in that direction. Still, like, I'm going to do it where, like, I'm not exactly maybe as steep, like going down as steep as I was before, but at an angle so that by the time I reach her, you know,
Okay.
like I'm just flying directly at her, like at an angle down.
I just forgot something. Aya's dive bomb. I didn't roll the Constitution saving throw for that, for the wyvern,
Yeah.
and it failed. So as you see Aya pierce through part of this wyvern, it is currently stunned for this round, as it begins then falling from the air. All right, so
Is it the one on our ass?
yeah. So you see
Hell
as it
yeah.
begins falling away as you guys turn around with Alistair. So I'm glad I looked back at that. Yeah. So as the wyvern seems to kind of lose consciousness for a second, you are able to make your way away from it, heading back down towards Dragathiel. You are currently still about, we'll say it'll be 60 feet away. If you're dashing, are you dashing? Or are you making your full movement? Or are you doing anything else?
Probably should dash.
I'll leave that up to you. If you do, that'll put you within 30 feet of her.
Yeah, I'll dash.
Okay. As you guys now see, as Mercy takes the broom and just turns hard and begins diving as fast as he can down towards Dragathiel, with Alistair nearly passed out on the back. Let's see. Anything else you'd like to do with your bonus action?
No, there's not much I can do.
Okay. Very good. Ness, you see now as this hag is kind of tailing behind the two of them. It's not quite able to catch up as they just... actually, no, it's within 30 feet, so it can do a thing. Let's find out what that is. Let's try magic missiles. Those are always fun. And we'll also say that you guys are currently about... if you're diving, you're still going to be about 50. Let me math, because you were doing 45. We'll call it 50 feet in the air. So you see this kind of green hag begin to raise its hand. It points at Mercy, who is currently flying the broom. And you were going to take. Go ahead.
Well, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Come on, man. Come on, man.
what?
I rolled 3 1s out of my 4. So 6. You take a total of. God, that makes me so mad. You took a total of 10 points of damage as these 4 arcane darts of blue energy just back.
Can I use shield as a reaction?
You actually can. Shield is the thing that that neutralizes completely everything that is magic missile. Yes.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
As it happens.
Just as it happens, magic missile. Yep. So you take no points of damage as
That is what that reaction is for. Yeah.
as a shimmering blue shield like engulfs every one of these darts, tink, 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 and they just immediately dissipate, leaving you unharmed. So yes, very good. You guys are getting so smart. I'm so proud of you. All right, so Ness, now it is your turn. As you see this one hag currently engaged and following Mercy, the other one still heading towards Dragathiel, but until she commanded it to flee.
Right.
Another one still sitting in the air, kind of watching you guys. You see it beginning to like look around and call for other people, but it is currently keeping its distance as it appears to be wary of engaging in any of this. So, with that in mind, what are you doing?
How far away is this hag that's targeting Mercy and Alistair?
Currently, it's 30 feet behind them. It is, however, outpacing them.
Sure. And the wyvern is still falling to the ground.
Yeah, it's about. I mean, it at the moment, yes, it's fallen about 30 feet, but it's still a little ways from the ground.
Okay. So the hag's 30 feet away?
Yes, from them.
From them, which is...
Well, they just...
I was like...
Yeah, they just came back
I was like 30
you.
feet away from the wyvern.
Yeah, no, so they actually
Behind
passed
them.
you. So it's closer to you. It's probably 20 feet from you.
Okay. And, okay, so I'm here, and the thing is here, like 20 feet away. Where's the wyvern in relation to all that? Above, below?
It's,
like,
well, I mean, it's about level
like
with
ahead
you
of
now
me,
as
but-
it's fallen. But it is about 30 feet past you. So it is level, but ahead.
Word.
Yes.
That was an interesting reaction.
Well, he's going to use an area of effect or some stupid shit that's going to
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So it's...
Get him.
So the hag is like basically that we're all roughly on the same plane, 120
Correct.
feet away here and
And
one
then
30
30.
feet away here.
Yes.
And are they so I would be conceivably able to point at a space that is there's roughly a space that's 20 feet in between the two of them, yes?
Yeah.
I'm trying to I mean
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it's hard to visualize stuff in the air.
Sure. I know.
In my imagination.
I'm
so
being being loose with it. Yeah, I'll
trying to
say
piece
there.
it together.
I'll say
Because
there.
I want to throw a huge fucking fireball that hits the hag and the wyvern, and it's a 20-foot sphere. I don't care if it hits me. I'm resistant.
Wow, I never thought about that. Just detonating it in midair. I guess I don't see why you couldn't do that.
A point you use within range.
Yeah, sure, fine. Yeah,
Right.
Yo.
sure. Why not?
I'm assuming it would also hit me. It's your call because I can't visualize this super duper well. You can probably visualize it better than I can because
Yeah.
you're making it. I'm not.
You could conceivably, if you're here and they're both a little past you this direction, you could conceivably put it out further there where it wouldn't hit you.
Then I would love to do that.
Yeah, sure. I mean, no. Yes, go ahead. So they need
okay.
to make a dexterity saving throw. I suppose.
Dexterity
Well,
saving throw.
But the wyvern is
and-
stunned, so I'm pretty sure
So
it
it
automatically
fails.
fails.
Sucks to
Well,
suck.
doesn't it also get disadvantaged at dexterity because
It automatically fails. Yeah.
So let
yeah.
me see.
But
if
yes. If it was not stunned, then that would be also awesome.
And the hag got a natural 3 on their
Okay.
dex saving throw, so a total of 5. I don't think that's going to help. So
How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sixes.
6s, yes.
Wow.
Boop. Be big. Oh my god, that looks pretty good. That's 35 points of damage.
To each of them?
Yeah.
You guys see as
Did you
you
throw
rock,
the sun at them?
you guys see as you
Going
rocket
off.
past Ness, who's going the opposite
Hit.
direction. You see as he reaches out, and just a thin point of fire comes out of his finger, and then erupts midair, engulfing both the hag and the wyvern.
Oh.
They are. Let me check the hag. I don't think that one actually. Yeah, that one's dead.
Fucking round out here. Okay.
Roasted.
That one is dead. Let's remove
Magic
that.
missile have an ass.
Let's remove that one from the turn order.
Everything backfired on that poor hag.
You're right.
My
He's like, I'm gonna
God.
get him.
Meanwhile, the
Oh, no.
wyvern, while still falling stunned, apparently unconscious, it is singed badly. You see bits of burned and blackened areas, and then also places where it's kind of its skin is beginning to crack open, and you see kind of blood beginning to seep out underneath. It is still alive, but it's looking less good. So,
Dang, that thing was rough to begin with.
And they're like the Mercy and what is the distance on this? Yeah, they're because they kind of swooshed
They
past
passed
me.
you,
So
yeah,
they're within 60 feet, right?
they are, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Healing Word
Okay.
on Alistair.
Okay.
Do I have a fuck it. What are you saving it for? So that's let me get those d4s out. Defizzle. 2d4 plus how many? 3. Boop. So you heal for 8 points of damage.
Thank you.
All right. Very good. So the hag that was in the air, kind of observing things, now seeing this fireball erupt. It's actually going to. Let's see. Let me see. Let me check the stat block for this guy real quick. Yeah, so this hag being a little different. I think she's going to move a little bit closer, seeing this happen. I think if she gets closer... What's a 60-foot range? If it moves 50 feet from... Ness would be in range. Okay. I don't... Oh, wait. So would the two of you. So is this hag, which is about 100 feet away, moves 50 feet closer. The 60-foot cone is going to reach just past Ness and hit the two of you as well. So I need, as you see this kind of like blue-skinned hag begin to make its way towards you with this wicked grin just kind of spread across its face, I need you guys to make a Constitution saving throw. As it holds out this kind of gnarled, almost... It's this kind of wooden staff that appears to have like frost kind of permanently along the anyway, I like how you knew it was coming. It seems to have almost like permafrost you don't know if it's being generated by the hag or if the staff itself is naturally that strong, but yeah, you guys make me a Constitution saving throw and let me know what you get.
15.
18. Oh, sorry.
Okay, 15, 18, and Mercy.
20 total.
Okay, wow, good job, guys. You all succeed, but as it holds out the staff, this just torrent, this cone of cold, engulfs all three of you. So you do take half as much damage on a successful one. All right, let's see. Let me roll my 8d8.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Not
Wait, Cone of Cold does 8d8?
Cone of Cold.
Wait, so am I allowed
God
to use
damn.
unsettling
That's new.
visage on this part?
I'm sorry?
No.
What was your question?
Never mind. I saw the shaking of the head. Okay, continue, because it was a
5, 6, 7,
saving throw.
8.
Oh my god, there's so many of them. Why
That's
are
what
they
those black
so-
fuckers were.
Could
on the
have been
board?
worse.
Yeah.
you see
You
how
guys
many
would have
just-
taken 28 points of damage, but it's reduced to 14 as you all saved your saving throw. Mm-hmm. Yes?
Okay.
Are you unconscious?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I'm trying to see if there's anything I can like do to. Wait. So I can't even have that damage against me?
Not unless you have evasion, which you do not.
Do not. No. Okay.
Let's see.
Dang.
As you guys see this happen,
okay,
so
so
it
14
says
points.
I'm going to interpret this. It says a creature killed by the spell becomes a frozen statue until it thaws. I'm going to call that unconscious as you get frozen to the back of the broom.
Then you have to hold on.
Yeah, as you just like suddenly see her just seize up. She's not she now no longer being conscious is not enough to keep her balance, as she kind of like swings underneath, but like her hands are frozen to it. Not going anywhere, but certainly not doing great.
Yeah.
With that, it's actually Aya's turn. Let's see. Oh, wait. Nope. I actually need to move Aya down. I misplaced her. There we go. Sorry. That other hag was still running. Let me make her saving throw because I didn't do that. What's the saving throw it needs to make against command? Wisdom, Kriggy?
14.
14. Okay, so that it does make it, but it is kind of far away at this point, but now you feel as it breaks your control over it and turns around. It's definitely not close enough right now, but it is making its way there. That one is going to be just close enough. So now the one that you had previously commanded, you can just barely see it peeking back over the hill. Still now at this point, probably close to 150 feet away from you, as you guys have moved rather far away. But it is making its way there. Now, but the wyvern, now back awake, shakes off. You see it shakes off the stun as it flaps its wings really hard before hitting the ground and rockets back towards you guys.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
With 80 feet of movement, it can catch back up.
Fuck me.
So... the first attack is going to be against Alistair, who's unconscious.
God damn it.
I'm gonna hit him with that warning flare again.
Okay. Okay.
That's disadvantage, yeah.
Yeah, that definitely... We'll call that definitely... like, I was debating how I wanted to roll this, because she's on a broom, she's moving, but she is unconscious. So yeah.
Frozen to the broom?
But either way, that was a natural 2 with disadvantage. We'll call that a miss, as the bite kind of goes out and Mercy manages to pull up just out of the way. However, the stinger comes back for you, Mercy. That's only 11. As he kind of whips past you and misses. You are currently in the safe for now. It's now Aya's turn, as Aya's going to... It's faster than Aya. I don't think she can use her full movement. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, she can't quite make it. That's a bummer. So Aya is going to... Oh, actually, she can, because you guys weren't 80 feet away, right? Yeah. Sorry, I'm having to math in my head. There's a lot of back and forth. No, so Aya can make it back. She's going to... Because since you guys dove down, she's going to attempt to dive bomb one more time. Let's see if she can make it. That +5, that hits. All right, so... As you guys now see Aya kind of like go into like a spiral to do another dive bomb down at the wyvern that's currently engaged with you guys. That's 7 points of piercing damage, and it has to make another Constitution saving throw. I forgot how strong I made this hawk. It is a face spirit, so it's pretty good. Okay, it does succeed that time though. So while Aya comes and kind of pesters it, you see it kind of peck at the head, but it does not, unfortunately, get stunned at this time. So, let me knock down the HP, and then Dragathiel, it is back to your turn, and then Alistair, you're going to be up right after that, and then Nessie will be on deck third.
Got it.
Yeah, by this time,
Yes.
have we made it to each other? Me and...
Now that you've moved up,
Alistair?
you would have just reached them, as you see as Mercy kind of puts down just slightly, as Alistair's head is kind of scraping on the ground a little bit.
Okay, so as Alistair is cryogenically frozen,
Scraping on the ground.
would that have neutralized the poison situation?
So the
Ooh.
poison is Don't worry about it. It's not like she's not permanently poisoned. It was just for that turn. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and put my hand on Alistair and restore 15 HP with lay on hands pull.
Okay. And just for reference, I will tell you if it is. There are poison effects that are recurring. This one is just poison. This is just poison damage.
Okay, cool.
So
cool.
If I say she's poisoned, then you've got a problem. But yes. So currently, as you lay your hands onto Alistair, the frost kind of beginning to melt away, and you see the color begin to return to her hag form.
Awesome.
Yes, you are currently back awake with 15 points of HP, Alistair.
Okay, excellent. Got it. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Whew.
And then how far away is that hag that had the fancy swish
wand?
Wand. Staff. Yeah.
The
Stick.
At this point, as you guys have kind of moved further away, I mean it's still only about 60 feet away.
Okay. With how far away is Rain from me?
Ness, he's not far. He's
Sorry, Ness.
because they
I mean, I'm
passed.
up in the area.
Yeah, he's up in the air. I mean, from you, because he would have. Did you stop or did you keep moving, Ness? At this, like on your turn when you.
I didn't move. I didn't think to.
Okay. Then he's probably still about 20 feet away from you because you have kind of caught up to where they were going. So, he's not like immediately close to you, but he's. A little
Okay,
ways
then
away,
I'm gonna save that spell slot for something else.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay, cool. So are you done with your turn then?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Alistair, you now, having woken up, kind of like you plop to the ground as you look around. Mercy still kind of sitting on the broom with... yeah, it didn't close. Sorry, I just remembered that he was holding his spell, but it was not close enough for the spell he wanted to use. So,
oh, crap.
yeah, Boar's spell fizzled because it did not... Anyways, so Alistair, you now waking up on the ground, seeing Dragathiel now right in front of you and Mercy kind of hovering above you on the broom. What are you doing?
Well, I sort of like shake myself off, and I'm like, wow, that was really close. Because goddamn, that was really close. And I think Dragathiel, I have a question first. On the broom, like when I was on the broom, since Mercy was the one like controlling it, I didn't have any opportunity to use like dash or anything like that, right? Like that wouldn't have been within my power because I wasn't.
You're just
okay. Just making sure.
You're riding. He's the only one.
Just making sure I wasn't wasting cunning actions every
you're
time.
Not. No.
Okay, cool. So I'm on the ground and Dragathiel's on the ground next to me, and
yes,
this is a lot of stuff to keep track of. Sorry.
Yeah. At this point, you guys are about to, give or take, let's say you kind of have moved quickly down the hill. You're now at the base of the hill. Where up ahead, like you had seen the actual ritual circle up ahead of you. You guys are now kind of at the base as you look around, and there's a few huts as you do see the occasional person kind of running away from the few that got away, running away from the fire. You do see hags kind of in the air, either gathering spirits or trying to round up other people or heading for you, depending on.
Sure.
Yeah.
And we've got, and Ness is still up in the air. Where?
Yeah, he's about 20 feet behind you.
Behind toward the circle or behind
away from
the other direction? Okay.
Yes.
And then we've got a wyvern in the air. How far from us?
It's only about 30 feet away at this point.
Great.
Yeah, it's coming.
Sort of like
right
parallel to Ness, or like.
It's just a little bit past Ness. Yeah, it's heading for you guys, but it is going to pass Ness on the way there.
Yeah. Okay. Got that. That's what I was trying to figure out. And then the hag is.
That one's about 60 feet or so. Yeah, it's
Great.
However, it was also 60 feet the last time you got blasted with ice. So.
Yeah. All right, I'm just gonna. I did not realize that this engagement was gonna go on this long. I did not budget my spells very well. So I will. How close is the wyvern to Ness again? Sorry, I'm asking.
From Ness, only like 10 feet away. It's.
Like actually 10 feet. Okay.
It's not far at this point.
Hmm.
Mm.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'll just I'll just shoot at the wyvern some more, with my crossbow.
Okay, very good.
Cause we gotta do something.
Sure.
Yeah. God damn it. 17?
17 does hit. Yep.
Oh, great. Okay, excellent. And then... I forgot to do my dice up. Sorry.
No worries.
Oh, right. I forgot I'm not doing... 11.
11 points of damage. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. As this crossbow bolt now sinks into the chest in kind of one of the gaps where a lot of the flesh has been burned away by Ness's overpowered fireball. Yeah, very good. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn then?
Yeah, I'd like to look at Dragathiel and Mercy and say, are we planning on sticking around, or this seems like it's getting out of hand pretty quickly. Maybe we should make a swift exit.
Can I respond? Can I respond too, Alistair?
Yes, I will let you.
Yeah? Okay.
Yes.
Maybe I can make another portal?
Yeah, that might be cool. To literally anywhere else.
Maybe.
You can certainly try.
Yeah, can I try? I've only ever done it the one time.
You could certainly try. Just roll me a general arcana check real quick. Meanwhile, you hear Boar kind of speak as, maybe like, we should just, I don't know. This is not a good place to be.
Yeah.
So I still know a bit of magic to get away, if anybody, I don't know.
I rolled a 5, so yeah, go for it, bud.
Well,
Get us out of here, Boar.
well, I mean,
Turn to Boar and say, I rolled a 5.
So, I noticed you all were flying, and I can myself fly, but I don't know that I can be able to help all of you that much.
If we could swing by the castle one more time, we could mage hand ourselves another broom on the way out. Where are?
I don't want to go back to that tower.
I don't know where everybody is.
Let's just saunter back. We're like really far away from the tower at this point,
You
right?
guys have moved pretty far away.
For some reason, I feel like they're all like.
You were
like,
kind of
right
running
next to
parallel
each other.
down to it. At this point, like if it's up here, you guys have kind of moved down here. I mean,
Oh,
if
okay,
you're
gotcha,
willing to
never
take
mind.
the
We're moving the opposite
time,
direction than I thought we were. No.
and multiple rounds of attacks from.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
And as you guys are having this conversation, you do see as the wyvern is rather quickly darting towards you. So that is going to be I assume the end of your turn. So.
Oh yeah, very much.
All right. So, Mercy, it is now your turn as the wyvern is rocketing towards you. Ness behind you, kind of, also on a broom. What are you doing? Ness, you're up right after him, by the way.
I am going to. I'm gonna just Eldritch Blast the oncoming wyvern.
Okay. Do it, and it is still hexed as well.
Yes.
So don't forget to add your hex damage.
If you hit it.
That's true.
Please hit it.
All the pressure's on. 15.
Hold on, let me see. This technically has.
I don't like that
does not
sharp
hit.
inhale of air.
Yeah, that does not hit, just barely. This wyvern, I made this wyvern a little tougher than than the average wyvern.
Yeah, I already remember what it was from last time.
Now I can't remember. I can like with extra attack? Can I do that with a spell?
No, because a spell is not an attack. So technically, there are spell attacks and then there are attacks.
There's just regular attacks, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then I'm still gonna use action surge and.
Did
attack
you roll
again.
your second beam?
Oh, sorry. No, I forgot.
Okay. I mean,
Sorry.
you don't
I'm
have
new
to.
to the Eldritch Blast world. Natural 20.
Oh, okay, very good. Go ahead and roll damage then.
Thanks for reminding me.
You're welcome.
That's 5 total damage. That's not so good.
What you rolled 5?
5 total damage. So with the hex. Thing.
Did you double your dice for?
Eldritch Blast.
I don't get natural 20s. Hey, let's go.
What'd you say? Sorry, what?
Eldritch Blast can critical.
It is technically. Well, you know what? That's a great question because it's a spell attack.
That's the sort of thing I'm not supposed to ask.
No, yeah, no. In my mind it did, but now
Like as a player.
Why can't it?
Yeah.
That's a
Because
question you
eventually
ask
somebody's
after
gonna
the
Eldritch
night's
Blast.
over.
Somebody eventually is gonna Eldritch Blast you.
absolutely.
In
Yeah,
Right.
Like that.
Oh, well, that's when
You're
the
gonna
double
be real
standard
sad
comes in,
about
and I
it.
say they can't do that.
Do I double the damage? I'm curious what this person answered. Because. Let's see. I think so. Based on what?
That's 10 total damage, if so.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Just throwing
Just
it out
throwing
there.
that out there.
Yeah.
To throw you a number.
Yes, it can. Yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah, because it is an attack. Technically, it's a spell attack, but it is still an attack roll. So yes, anything you have to roll to hit for. So yes, so 10 total damage. I guess we'll call the hex damage double too. So 10 total. Very
Yep.
good. All right.
And then with action surge, then I can take an additional action
You
and
can.
attack again with Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Absolutely.
And that was a 12 to hit, and the first beam,
Okay. Unfortunately misses.
and a 21 to hit on the second one,
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
and that's a 10 total damage.
All right. As both of these beams of Eldritch Blast just hit the wyvern, you see bits of flesh get knocked off. It is not looking very good at this point.
It hasn't been looking very good for a while.
It's looking.
It's looking even less
It's now
good, okay?
looking really rough as you see it struggling to stay in the air.
Rough enough for it to be like, all right, bye.
We threw the sun at it.
Well, no, because it's technically a hag. So when you kill the wyvern, it turns back into the hag. So no big deal. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's not
all
super
fine.
worried about it to be perfectly honest. So, very good.
If it turns back into a hag because the wyvern's not carrying a fucking broom around.
True.
It didn't have a broom. Remember, this is the one that got knocked off the tower by
Yeah.
Mercy.
So it turned into a
if
wyvern
we
to save
kill it in
itself.
the air
But if we
and it turns back into a
a
hag,
Yeah, it would take more.
balls.
It would if,
Falls
if,
to the
if
ground,
it has no way to fly. Then yes, it would absolutely.
Hell
Right.
yeah.
I want to see that bitch.
Crunch.
I want to see her fall to the ground.
she's
now,
only like 20 feet off the ground though.
Yeah, not too
Like,
far right now.
Can we get her higher?
Yeah.
I
Start
can
flying.
get you higher.
No, I can still use my bonus action, correct? Because I've only used action at this point.
Yeah, because
So,
action surge is not a bonus action. Yes, you can.
So I'm gonna use second wind and just regain 1d10 plus 5 HP.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do that.
This will
Myself a little bit.
fly.
All right, Ness, is your turn.
I can take you higher.
As you now see this wyvern closing in on you, the hag, just in distance, looks like it's preparing for another sort of spell. Not too far from you.
I got 3 hit points, gonna die.
Behind you, you do
fuck.
hear a commotion as a large creature is apparently approaching from there, as well as you kind of glance back, you see just a very large, almost wolf-like creature, but much bigger, beginning to make its way down the hill towards you guys. So, yes, Mercy?
I'm an idiot. I'm sorry.
What is
It's something that I could have been doing this whole time and I haven't done it.
Oh,
and I
that's
just was
sad.
like- So I mean, I will say, just for the interest of people who are interested,
Yes.
Hexblade's Curse, right? You know,
Mhm.
when you roll a critical, it's gonna be critical on 19 or 20, and you gain 3 HP. I could have.
Oh,
You can add your...
I rolled a critical.
Sure,
on-
you can add your HP. I'll let you do that.
Well, no, I mean, like because I would have had to do that as a bonus action as opposed to the second one.
Oh,
So I couldn't. I just
Gotcha.
realized I could have used it and I didn't. There's no reason for me
very
to
good.
not. So
So, with that in mind, Ness, it is now is your turn as you are getting closed in on from a few different angles at this point. You do see as Aya kind of makes its way down past the wyvern towards you. It kind of gives you an eye. Apparently, Actually, roll me an animal handling check. We'll just call that an animal handling check.
Yes, growing up in a monastery in the middle of an urban city, an expert animal handler.
Yeah, of course.
That is a total of 8.
Yeah, on Dragathiel, on your turn, I will allow you to roll as well.
Thanks.
It appears to be interested in something. You're just not sure what.
Okay. So I am beset on pretty much all sides because I'm still up in the air. You said the wolf thing. The wolf thing's on the ground.
It's pretty far away.
Assuming,
you
right?
see it up the hill from where the circle was. It's making its way towards you, but it's still currently about, at this point, 170 feet away.
Sure. And it is not a flying wolf.
It is not a flying wolf. As
Okay,
best you can
'cause
tell.
I am-
It's not flying right
I am
now.
a flying tiefling.
Yes.
So that causes me much less stress.
Sure. Yeah.
There's a wyvern that is not interested in me at the moment. That's flying away from me. And there's a gnarly looking hag who's grinning and wants to cast another nasty spell that's going to murder me. I have 3 hit points.
It's not very many.
It's not very many. It's not very many at all. How far away is this hag? Like 50, 60 feet? The one that's flying?
It's 50 from you, 60 from the people behind you. Well, oh no. Let's see. No, so from you, it is about 50 feet. So they're 20 feet behind you, so 70 feet from them, but 10 feet from you. Or, I'm sorry.
What?
I can't math. 50 feet from you, 70 feet from your companions behind you. Math. I know it.
Fine, not much many at all.
Shut up, honey.
I'm gonna yell down to Dragathiel. If you're gonna do something, it's time to do it now. Don't forget about the stone. And then I'm going to fly. You said that the hag, the blue hag or whatever, is like 50 feet from me?
Correct.
Cool. I am going to try to fly over to it and like jump on it.
Oh my lord.
Like grapple with it with my 9 strength.
He's doing a mercy.
I am.
Oh god. What is with us grabbing hags on brooms today?
It's really hard to use a wand if you don't have your hands free.
So are you, to be clear, are you abandoning your broom to get a next broom, or are you just pulling up beside it and trying to...
I'm not quite ready to jump off my own broomstick yet.
Okay. So, then go ahead and roll me, for you it'll be an athletics check.
Mm-hmm. Not great. 5.
Oh!
Yeah, as you go to try and grapple with it, it manages to kind of thrust your arms out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be your action. Anything you'd like to do for your bonus action?
Best, like all I can really do is use healing word on myself, which I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Cause I'm fighting. Please be big. That's as much as I'll get. 7 hit points of healing.
Okay. So, that is going to be your turn. Correct?
Mm-hmm. It's even more unsettling with no music. Where'd the music go?
Did it
Yeah,
stop for you?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me just refresh it. See what happens.
I can probably hit play on it again and it'll probably go. But, all right. As it kind of brushes you aside, you see as it reaches out with its staff, pointing not at you, but at your friends further ahead. As suddenly, like, a swirling cloud of ice appears above all of you. I need all of you
Lord.
guys. And all of you guys to make a dexterity saving throw.
All of us? Me too?
No, not you. Sorry, all the rest of everybody. Which includes Boar, actually.
God damn it.
Boar succeeds. Dragathiel.
Got a 6.
All right, that's one failure. Mercy, what did you get?
18.
All right, that's a success. To be clear, you need a 14 to succeed.
I failed. I got
Okay.
9.
All right, so you guys see as this, it's a 20-foot radius and a 40-foot high cylinder of just ice shards begin raining down on you guys. As you kind of like try to move through it, you realize you're suddenly slowed down as well. It's not as much damage, but it is going to hit all of you guys. So for Mercy, you're the only one that succeeded, I believe, on the saving throw. So...
Oh wait, what did Alistair roll?
A 9.
And what did you say the save was?
14.
14.
Oh dang it.
Close.
Okay.
What? How much is your just for future reference?
Oh man,
Yeah,
that's,
+3 on saves.
Very close.
that's so
um,
close.
All right, 2d8. So you guys
Thanks
take
for trying.
2d8 bludgeoning damage. You guys take. That's a pretty good roll. 12 points of bludgeoning damage. And,
Oh boy.
And then 4d6 of cold damage as the ice storm is buffeting all of you. Oh shit! You guys take 17 points of.
Total?
No, you.
In addition to.
In addition
Oh, no.
to.
Oh boy. Yeah.
I
Do
rolled
I
real
have
good
that?
there. Can you? What do you mean?
Do I?
You,
Sorry,
yes,
I
you-
succeeded.
You,
I
do.
have
I
that.
can't though, right?
You cannot.
Because it was a saving throw. Got it.
Yes.
So those don't count as attacks.
No, that's not.
How
an
much
attack.
did you roll in the second?
So 12, and then on the second one it was 17. So 29 points of damage total, and then Mercy, you take half that, so it'll be 15.
What are they if they're not attacks?
I'm sorry, 14. It's a spell.
Like Oh, those don't count. A spell doesn't count as an attack.
Not unless it's a spell attack.
Some do,
Jesus.
some don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like my fireball just happens.
Yeah,
Like,
fireball, it just
ding.
goes off.
and then it happens, right?
Yeah.
There's no way to like.
That's what makes spells so good.
Okay.
Right.
Gotcha. Thank you. I didn't know.
No,
I
no,
didn't know.
no.
So I take how much? We take how much damage total?
29.
Yeah, I'm like super unconscious.
How much health do you have total when you're conscious?
15.
No. What is your hit point total? I don't think you've hit. I don't
Maximum.
think
Oh, my max is 37.
you've. Okay, then no worries. If you, for reference, this is fun for you guys. Fun fact: if you guys
Yeah.
ever take negative your total hit point maximum, you die immediately.
Yeah.
So if you were to
I
take
remember Rain
30
telling me that.
Yes. So
I hate when we talk. I hate when we say that. It's like so.
Just so you know, in
It's
case it
scary.
comes in
I like
handy, in
that
case
when
that
you
knowledge
say it.
comes in handy.
it's a
like-
very real thing that could happen very soon. So I'm just bringing it up. So,
So
yeah.
I'm unconscious.
You're unconscious. As the rest of you begin trying to kind of move, currently this 20-foot area around you, it's centered on you guys. So 10 feet in any direction you go is going to be difficult terrain, which makes your movement halved. So,
Even on a broom.
yes, even on a broom.
But you're
Because
unencumbered
it's-
now.
Yeah, so you get 50 feet of movement, so you get 25 feet of movement. However, it would take you 20 feet of movement to get out of the storm, and then you'd have your additional 30 feet for flying. Yeah, very good. It's in.
Very good. Oh, very good. Okay.
It's until the end of the next turn. It is difficult terrain. Let me check this. Yeah, not close enough yet. All right, so, and that one, basically, as you now hear, as these other hags have been again moving towards you, they're still not currently in range. However, it is the wyvern's turn, and the wyvern can get within range. Does it get hit? Interesting. No. Huh. You'd think something called Ice Storm would last more than a turn, but it's literally just, it just shows up, buffets you guys, and makes your terrain difficult.
It's a flurries.
All right, so Alistair, you are currently down. Mercy, you're up, and Dragathiel, you are up. Oh, I didn't roll for Boar. Okay, he actually succeeded his saving throw. However, he is still barely up. This is the first time he's taken damage. Let me mark that down. He's barely up, but he is up. So. Let's let's see. Yeah, so the wyvern now heading towards you guys. As it kind of moves forward and lands between all three of you. It's going to take first attack at Dragathiel, and the second one is going to be at Mercy.
So that thing, the ice storm didn't hit it.
That's what I'm saying. I read it like 3 times. It does not hit when you enter or exit it. I'll read it to you because it's...
Yeah, no. I just wasn't sure if it was in the...
It is. So it moves slower, but yeah, it says a hail of rock-hard ice pounds to the ground in a 20-foot radius and a 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range. Each creature in the cylinder must make a dexterity saving throw. A creature takes 2d8 bludgeoning damage and 46 cold damage on a field save, or half as much on a successful one. Hailstones turn the storm's area of effect into difficult terrain until the end of the next turn. So it sounds like it only lasts on casting, but I really want to hit it with it. So I'm like...
Yeah, it seems like...
Like if you enter an ice storm.
Yeah, but normally it says when you enter the area of effect.
Sure.
Fuck it,
Also,
I'll do
did
it.
you
Fuck
say my
it,
name
whatever.
at some point? Was I supposed to like have a turn?
No, you're
or
good. You know what?
something? Okay, cool.
I think that we made changes later, but I
Stipulation.
like the idea of that better be. It makes more sense to be a full round area of effect to me.
That's what I thought.
But that's not how it reads. So I'm gonna do it that way anyways because I like that idea. 7 points of damage there plus. So 21 total. Let's see if it makes it save.
Oh, I get it.
Are you reading the ice storm?
Yeah, because it's like...
Yeah.
It like instantaneously creates this huge
Yeah.
thing of ice, bold, like rocks,
Yeah.
hailstones or whatever. And because when they hit the ground, they cause it to be all uneven and shit. That's why you have reduced movement in the terrain.
Yes.
That's stupid. What is the lame spell?
I kind of
like, pa, 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 pa,
I kind
like
of agree,
constant.
which it makes more
So
sense for it
cool.
to keep a continuous storm swirling, but you know what, whatever,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
In which case, I'm actually going, like I said, I think for now, I'm going to rule that it stays up for if you enter before the end of the next round. So I'm going to say the wyvern failed its saving throw and actually takes 21 points of damage, which actually knocks it. You guys see as it kind of lands and raises up the stinger to like thrust it at you, Mercy. It actually... It shrinks back into the hag form in front of you guys. Let me see. Let me delete those.
Jesus Christ.
The wyvern is now gone. The hag, now looking as it kind of stumbles down and lands, the ice storm still pelting it. It has taken more damage. It's not actually looking great, having fallen from a tower and now having been pelted with ice storm damage. But it is still alive. It is its turn.
Did it fall like 80 feet and now like another 20 feet?
Yup.
It didn't. Well, yeah.
This
it landed.
hag is fucking tough.
It landed in the ice storm, so it was. It didn't fall. It just took damage from the ice storm. So,
Gotcha.
Huh. Interesting.
Oh no.
You're right.
I hate that.
Just the worst. The worst.
Interesting.
Interesting, and are you sure?
Yeah, those are my favorite.
Yeah, right.
Just the best when you're a DM and the worst when you're a player. I've asked, are you sure, for like nothing. Like, I'm going to buy this thing. You sure about that?
Yeah. You sure?
That's terrible.
I don't know if I want that.
Like, wait,
sword
whoa.
anymore.
Huh. Oh, I also have to roll
No,
concentration.
is this apple
for more if he
poison?
succeeds. Okay. All right. So as it lands, now kind of reverting to this dark gray, almost black skin, looking at the three of you currently bore invisible, but one of you on the ground, the other two of you currently still standing. It is going to... What's the area on this?
I like that little sing-song. Going to...
Okay. How much health do each of the two you have?
Each of the two of you.
Mercy and Dragathiel. Because
I have 36.
You have 36? Okay.
I have 34.
Okay. I'm still going to attempt it. I don't think it's going to succeed. But the hag reaches out towards you guys, and you see kind of just a quick mist scatter over you. Let's see. I think it's 5d8 for sleep.
Magic can't put me to sleep. Sorry.
I'm an elf.
That is technically true. How much health
I
did
have
you have?
elf things.
How much health did you have?
34.
Not you.
Oh,
Mercy.
30.
36.
Okay, you guys begin to feel a little bit drowsy. However, both of you shake it off. So,
Not today.
Yeah.
you see it kind of like a scowl kind of go over its face as it eyes its sister coming down the hill. It appears to be intent on keeping you there. And it seems very interested still in Dragathiel and returning her to the circle at this point. So, that being the end of its turn. It's actually Aya's turn again. Alright. Aya actually is going to... Aya's going to go for it. Aya doesn't like the hag. It's going to go ahead and take one more, because I think... No, Aya's not high enough. It's got to be 60 feet in the air to dive bomb. Alright, that's fine. I don't care. That's fine. Aya's going to attempt something. Let me see. All of you roll me just a perception check and or animal handling. I'll let you roll whichever one is higher. I guess for most of you it's probably perception.
24.
Okay, 24.
9.
To a 9.
You said 9.
Yeah.
Dragathiel, what did you get? Oh, I'm sorry. Well,
7.
Alistair, you're asleep anyways. Unconscious.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Got a 7.
So, as Aya
Not
begins...
Receiving shit.
Aya begins kind of like making a raucous, flying around you guys in circles, and then shoots off towards the edge of the forest, confusing all of you as it's now abandoning you, except for Ness, as you kind of follow the direction that you see Aya going in. You see a familiar figure of Alana standing in the forest, who had previously, as of your last encounter, was not actually Alana, but was a hag. However, you do see her kind of beckoning you towards the forest.
Okay.
That's going to be the end of Aya's turn.
Yeah.
Dragathiel, it is your turn. As the storm begins to kind of subside around you, Alistair falls unconscious to the ground again, just covered in ice shards.
I'm
a needy baby.
going. Oh my god. Okay. How bad is Boar looking?
He's invisible.
Oh, so I don't know.
No, you do not. You do hear him complaining, but you can't currently see him. You just know he's nearby.
I'll give you a hint. Not as bad as me.
Okay. Is he okay? So is Alistair, Mercy, and Boar within 30 feet of me?
Yes.
Yes?
Well, yes, they are. They're all within 30 feet of you.
Okay. I'm going to cast Aid on them,
Okay.
which restores 5 hit points to all 3 of them.
Okay.
And I do not have to be able to see them. It just says 3 targets within range, so I don't have to be able to see him.
Okay. So you are trying to give it to Boar as well, then?
Yes, all 3 of
Okay,
them.
So,
All 3 of who?
Mercy's far away.
you mean Ness is far away?
I mean, Ness is far away.
I mean, he's not.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
because
the rest of them-
Mercy with his 37 needs it way more. Than,
Yeah, right?
Way
Well,
more
you're
than
too
me.
far away.
How far away?
Hey, I have
is the range?
36.
Your
okay?
sight?
30.
Oh, 30 feet.
No,
okay.
30 feet. Gosh, I already thought of that.
So sad.
So yes, each of you gets 5 hit points back as you do hear a like sound come out of Boar invisibly from just a couple feet away from you.
Logistical question.
Yes, ma'am.
So as long as when I get hit, I don't go to like negative whatever my max HP is.
Mhm.
I stop at 0, right? I don't go
Correct.
into like the negative. Okay, so I have 5 HP now.
Yes, you are currently.
Alright.
You kind of back awake as you're shivering cold, but you are currently
Heck yeah.
conscious again. Dragathiel, anything
God,
else you would
this
like
is
to do?
Traumatizing experience. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm like, I'm back, guys. Oh, I'm back.
Did we like? We don't know that Ness saw anything with the bird or anything like
no,
that.
not yet.
I'm gonna try. Can I use my bonus action to try to make a portal?
You can certainly try. Yes.
And can I focus really hard on making one that doesn't suck people? He's so far away. No, because if it sucks people, he's so far away. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast spiritual weapon where the hag is.
Okay. The one that's engaged with Ness, or the one that's close to you guys.
If I could reach the one that's engaged with Ness, I
What's
would
the
like
distance on your?
60 feet.
Yes, I will say that you can reach it from where you are.
Okay. I'm gonna drop that over there.
Okay. So go ahead and roll an attack for that as well, to hit.
Okay. Alrighty. 1 second. Sorry. Where did my life go? Hold on. Oh, good. This is going well. I rolled a 12.
12 unfortunately does not hit, as it.
Yeah.
Ness, as you see her spiritual weapon kind of swing by, just barely misses. The hag still very intent on apparently doing what it came here for. Not yet dissuaded. Anything else you'd like to do, Dragathiel? I don't know how much more you could. Okay.
I don't think there's anything else I can do.
All right,
Yeah.
Alistair, it is your turn.
I'm awake. Hell yeah. Awake, but probably pretty fucking disoriented at this point, considering I've passed out twice in like 2 minutes.
That is true. You do now see this dark hag just kind of standing over you, the same one that had previously been on the broom with Mercy, that had been thrown to the ground, that had been a wyvern but is now not. Which you didn't see that happen, but you can make the logic.
Yeah,
leap.
I'm putting the pieces together. How far away from me is she?
From you, maybe not far.
From all of us, sorry. From like the three of us.
I mean,
on the
she
ground.
landed about 10 feet in front of you. She's not far.
It's always 10 feet. It's never 5.
You can move 5 feet.
I know. Oh, God, I forgot I have movement. Holy shit. Every time. I'm really good at this game.
Legs.
guys.
Legs. What are those?
Yeah, okay. Can I move 5 feet? Wait, how far is she from everyone else? From like Dragathiel and
You guys are all kind of in a clump together currently.
Okay. Well. Oh, that doesn't help me then, because like it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, you're trying to get sneak attack.
Sneak
and
attack.
They need
Yeah,
this.
that doesn't work. Okay. Dang it.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'll just crossbow her again. I'm really helpful, guys. I'm so good at this game.
You're good.
I used all
You're
my
doing
spells all in the beginning, and now I just get to keep crossbowing.
I will allow that now that
and
you are
passing out.
conscious again. Go and roll me a perception check, actually.
These have been going very well so far.
Right.
19.
Okay. As you sit up, you just catch the tail end of Aya flying off, kind of squawking, heading towards the edge of the forest there. About, give or take, about from the path where you guys are, maybe 100 feet away from where you guys are now. You do see her heading towards what appears to be the figure you guys met before, Alana, the druid, or rather, what you thought was a druid but wasn't. But currently she's standing there at the edge of the forest, kind of beckoning you guys towards her.
And the great gold eagle guy is flying toward her. Cool. And squawking his ass off. Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, maybe that's the real one.
Huh?
Look over there.
Oh.
They're like, yeah, Big Bird seems to think that that's a good. I'm sorry, I'm the worst. Okay. No. If a portal's not an option, maybe that is. But I still shoot my crossbow. And yeah.
Very good. Yep, go ahead and do that.
Oh, fuck me. God damn it. And that misses.
Does it? It probably does.
Yeah, well, maybe. Yeah, it's a 10.
Yeah, okay, it does. I'll be the judge if it misses.
I mean, imagine if you shot at the enemy that was right next to and engaged with.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Like the big frost hag that keeps fucking you up. That's right next to me.
That's
that
what I was
attacked.
shooting at.
Oh,
You're shooting at the one that was like 10 feet away.
I'm confused. I thought that's the one that was fucking me up.
There's one.
No, I'm
that's
up in the sky.
The
God
one
damn
that
it.
shot my
Would you like to?
I'm
shoot-
sorry. There are two of them. I've been getting.
One
really
was a wyvern. The other one keeps frosting us.
Okay. Okay. Sorry.
Anyways.
I'm having trouble keeping everybody straight.
No, I completely understand. Me too. So, as you guys now see, as she's pointed towards the edge of the forest, and you do see the familiar figure of Alana standing there, now kind of waving you like kind of hurriedly towards her. Alistair, at this point, you have made your attack. Are you going to move at all?
Yeah, I'm gonna dash in that direction.
Okay, very good. You guys see as Alistair begins leaving the ice circle.
It's for me.
All right, very good. Rough terrain. She gets about 15. Because no, you had to take half your movement to stand up. So you get just outside of the circle, and the storm begins to clear as you see now more clearly ahead of you, Alana, and you begin making your way towards her. Boar's going to use Misty Step to get out of this nonsense mess, so he can begin, as he sees you say that and sees her standing there, he's really ready to go. So he, you see he take mist form and head over towards Alana. So, back at the top of the turn order, Mercy, then Ness, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Mercy. Is your turn.
I'm going to... we're really okay. I'm actually going to attack with my rapier, the
Okay.
one that's really close. I'm gonna approach it and stab her.
Okay. Very good.
That is 17 to hit.
17 does hit.
Oh, the music just came back.
Yes, it surely
Give
did.
me 1 second. Let me turn that down.
It's
Man,
funny.
I've had it the whole time.
So loud.
So,
That is 10 total
10.
damage. No,
Okay.
11 total damage. Sorry.
okay. Very good.
And then I'm gonna use my second attack to attack with the same rapier.
Okay.
Ooh, that is 22 to hit.
22. Okay. That also hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is 8 total damage.
Okay. Yeah, at this point, the hag, now attempting to hold you guys back, you see it begin kind of glancing around. For the first time so far, fear kind of filling its eyes, as though not that it is afraid that it will not complete the ritual, but that it's going to be filled full of more holes and perhaps not even get the opportunity to live to see the end of the ritual. As you pierce through its torso, this kind of black blood begins pouring out down its chest. It is still vital, but it is, you see it kind of making its, weighing its options currently.
And then I'm going to... I forgot one thing.
Okay.
Sure. Sorry.
Nope, you're good. Yeah. I need to fix my playlist. I don't have the right playlist up right now. I can do that while you're debating what you're doing.
Can I then use my bonus action to hit with my offhand rapier?
Yeah.
Am I able to do it with my primary hand
No.
rapier? I can't, right? Okay.
That's
I
why
was
it's a bonus
just
action.
curious. I know it was a dumb question. Okay.
Stupid.
Well then
Stupid.
I'm gonna attack.
Can I just have
again
3
with
attacks?
offhand,
Can I just...
which would be a disadvantage, which sucks because that
There
was
we
a
go. I'm
natural
changing the
20
song.
on the
I hate
first one.
It's going to be loud again. What'd you get with disadvantage?
I rolled a natural 20 on the first one and then a 1 on the second.
Nice.
So.
Classic D&D.
Classic D&D.
I
Yeah.
gotta love that.
That's
the perfect disadvantage roll.
Yeah. So as you manage to just pierce 2 kind of gaping wounds into the hag, it kind of steps back and you just barely whiff with the third one. Your your unfavored weapon failing you yet again. So, I think that's going to be the end of your turn. Unless
That is the end of my turn.
Okay. Ness.
I have a question from way back when, because we haven't used this in a while. But does the stone only transport the person holding it, or like anyone touching, or what?
So it's going to be
not in my inventory, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's in. Okay, yeah. So because
I'm holding one.
You
Yeah,
have
I
it,
have the
and
other one.
Dragathil has the other one.
Yes.
It would move both of you, like to the midway point, but
But no other people. Like if somebody was touching Dragathil, would it teleport them both, or just Dragathil?
I'm pretty sure it would only move her. Let's read what the description says.
Sorry, I forgot to roll for hex damage on those melee attacks.
Okay, go ahead. In the meantime,
how dare you?
Cricky, can you read the stone? I think it only moves.
Yeah.
only
They're
moves one
magically
creature.
bound to each other. Blah, blah, blah. 2 charges per day. Any creature of size, medium or small, that is holding it, that is physically touching, not just carrying it in a pouch or a bag, a stone, when it's triggered, will teleport. Will teleport with the stone. If multiple creatures are touching the stone, the creature with the most contact is the one moved.
Just one. Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So you
I think
could
we-
theoretically,
last.
I guess, push the button against it and then do it that way, but you wouldn't
Sure.
both move. No.
And then that was 10 on the hex damage, 10 total, because I rolled it twice, 1 for each attack that hit.
Okay, 10 hex damage.
Yeah, it was 5. I rolled 5 on each one.
The hag is not looking good at all. It is certainly at this point you see it kind of doing heavy breathing, and it is very much looking to run. Okay, so
And how far away? I'm sorry. Every turn I'm gonna have to ask like how far away I am
from
because I
the
don't
rest of
remember.
the people.
Yeah, they were like from the group. Yeah,
Yeah.
like 50 feet, 60 feet, something like that.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm next
it'd
to
be
the hag,
60,
and the
it would be
hag was
60 because it was 60 feet because she was going to. She has the option of. I remember specifically because she has the option of Cone of Colding the group.
Code of Colding, yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry, Ness has like a moral dilemma that I'm trying to reconcile.
Of course, yeah. Go ahead. If in doubt, roll it out.
Yeah.
All the bad guys are clustered in the middle of the turn order right now. After that, Dragathil, it will eventually be your turn. His hamster died. His thinking hamster died. It's like
Miniature giant space hamster.
Oh god.
Yeah. So Ness is gonna fucking haul ass out towards what's her butt.
Okay.
And I'm gonna yell like, it's time to go, and it's time to go now.
Okay.
And then I'm going to say, as I'm like going, hopefully over my shoulder, like give the stone to Alistair, and then I'm gonna dash off.
Okay.
And then,
Okay.
if I can, when I reach my max range, I want to take the stone and just chuck it as far like in front of me as I can. Like I'm basically just trying to like, because you're hurt. There's one broom. There's two people who aren't hurt. Hopefully, so that you can like kind of get a head start.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Oh, I get it. No, I know what you're doing. I'm gonna read the spell of the stone just because I want to make sure that it works that way.
Do two people have to be holding it?
That's
I
what I'm
guess
saying. I don't think so. No. Technically not. So yes, you
Okay.
can throw it ahead, and they should still meet in the middle.
Cool.
So
So that's another 100. Oh, go ahead.
Roll me
Yeah,
roll me an athletics check. I just want to let's see how far you can get it.
Sure. I'm also like how many feet up in the air? So I would get a little bit of extra distance from that too.
Yes.
Athletics is my worst thing. 14.
14. That's okay. Not too bad. You kind of reel back as you're going and let the stone fly. You kind of as it falls and keeps going, you kind of lose sight of it, but it appears to have made it at least halfway. So we'll see how that plays out in just a second. So Alistair, you hear him say this. However, it is currently the hag's turn. And let's see. So it would be the 3. So Alistair actually moved. 60-foot cone's pretty big though. I think it's still gonna hit you. As she kind of now, she moves down into position. However, it will also hit the other hag.
Wait, sorry. Which hag is casting on which hag? We're talking about the one up in the air.
So
now, right? Casting on
the ice hag, we'll call her.
I'm sorry.
No. So the ice hag has now moved down towards you guys. The ice storm now having dissipated completely. You still have a darker hag in front of you. Yeah, it's gonna barely hit you, and they normally wouldn't. Let me roll for this. I don't gonna make this. This is not a decision I'm gonna make. Yep, she doesn't give a shit. So, there's the hag in front of you, and then the one up the hill. They seem to have some sort of increased importance, but this particular hag does not seem to care at this point. So I need Dragathiel, Mercy, Alistair, and then the other hag to make a saving throw.
Which one is it?
Con save.
Oh, no.
Constitution saving throw. So the hag fails.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Jesus. 6.
Okay.
Oof.
Also 6.
Y'all should have got the fuck out of there when you had a chance. Doubling back and doing dumb stuff.
Hey, man. All right, 8.
Come back, I can heal you.
Mercy,
keep
what did you
going, I
get?
can heal you.
That's a crisp 22.
Mercy succeeded. So those of you who did not succeed, you take 30 points of damage. Mercy, you take 15.
Jesus Christ.
As this cone of just super condensed ice brushes all over all of you. Alistair, you are down.
Definitely passed out again.
However, as you guys kind of brace, you do see the hag in front of you freeze completely and crack and fall into pieces to the ground. And that is going to be the end of its turn. And it is grinning very wickedly at you. And behind it, you see the hag that had previously been running away making its way up as well. Not far behind the ice hag, but is not yet in range where it can do anything. Maybe 100 feet away from you at this point, you see this kind of large wolf creature barreling down the hill, but it is making its way there very quickly. And now that this hag is dead, so Aya's turn. Aya continues just bolting towards the edge of the forest. Dragathiel, it is your turn. Alistair, you're up after that.
Yeah. I want to use my movement to get over to Alistair. Can I get there?
You can. Absolutely.
Okay. I'm going to take my warp stone.
Okay.
And wrap it in Alistair's hand.
Okay.
And press the button.
Okay.
Because it says whoever has the most.
Absolutely.
Contact.
So you guys see as Alistair appears about 60 feet ahead of you over towards the edge of the forest, about 30 or 40 feet away from the edge. Let me roll something real quick. Okay. That's actually close enough to... Okay. You guys see as from the edge of the forest, you do see just a whisper and just a little bit of magic come out as you are now close enough to receive healing from... Let me roll for that. From Alana. So let me do that real quick. You get 9 points of health back, Alistair, as you come to.
Thanks.
now in the middle of nowhere, holding
forced.
like is you have 2 stones in your hands, a little.
You
confused.
said 9, right?
Yeah, 9 points of health. Anything else you want to do, Dragathiel, with your turn there?
And then how far is? Do you know how far my spiritual weapon is from the hag?
Only about 20 feet. It didn't have to move far to get you guys in its cone.
Sweet. I have a 20-foot range.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna move it.
Okay. Very good. Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
Oh, I freaking didn't roll. And I rolled okay, I've rolled 5 5s in a row. Can this be real life? That makes it a 11.
11 unfortunately does not hit.
What is happening with this die?
I don't know. So
Get another
And
one.
I'm pushing R. It's being seen.
it only took you about 5 feet of movement to make it to Alistair. You still have 25 feet left. What are you doing?
I'm going to just hoof it towards the tree line
Very good.
as far as I can go.
Let me check.
I hate that dice.
Delete
Pull
it,
a
get
new
new
one out.
I
Yeah.
am.
That's what you do in real life. Like, oh, I've rolled this thing 3 times in a row and it's crashed. Roll a different die. You go to dice jail for a little while. Think about what you've done.
Think about
Go to
exactly.
dice.
Yeah.
You do see the mist as you go running. You see the mist of Boar kind of up ahead of you as it finishes its movement. He does not reappear, but you see just kind of hoof prints on the ground as he's apparently making his way that way as well. He's a little bit ahead of you, but that's the end of his turn. Mercy, it is your turn. Ness, you're up after that.
Yeah, I'm booking it out of there on that broom,
Okay.
just directly towards everybody else.
All right.
Wait, what's the turn order again? I'm sorry. I just feel like I'm like missing something. Am I not missing anything?
You are back conscious. It is your turn. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure.
No.
Okay.
I gave you your health back and I forgot. Yes, it is your turn actually.
Okay, cool. But I'm like 60 feet ahead. I'm just gonna keep running.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
With the rest of your movement, you can actually make it to the edge of the forest. As Alana kind of like waves you and says, "Yes, come quickly. How many of you are there?"
5, because we got them right. We have 5 of us.
Right. You see,
One's invisible though.
she kind of gives you a nod, and you see she begins to turn around to this kind of large, kind of gnarled tree. You see she begins to kind of like trace a small door on it as it begins to open up, and the tree itself pulls apart. That is going to be the end of your turn then, I suppose. Mercy, it is your turn. You're just heading towards the edge of the forest?
Yeah.
Then you get, from where you are, you actually arrive right behind Alistair with your 50 feet because your broom moves so fast.
Yeah.
You do manage to make it over there as you see this kind of like gnarled door begin to open, as on the other side you see a window into this kind of grassy knoll that appears to be a lot less chaotic than where you guys are now. So, anything else you'd like to do or say?
I'm just gonna use one of my fighting spears just for the temporary HP.
Okay, very good. Then Ness, it is your turn as you are currently still about 60, 70 feet back from the edge of the forest there. You can make it there with the rest of your movement if you need to.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to do is you do see Alistair kind of pop into existence below you and dash straight for the edge of the forest. Mercy, but not far behind.
How far away from Dragathiel am I now at this point?
You're kind of high in the air. I'll assume you were descending as you were going, but she is still about. She's only about 20 feet back from you, but she's still about like 30 feet down.
Well, I moved towards the forest with
Yes.
my like full motion, like my full movement. That was 100 feet, so I'm still 20
'cause
feet
you
away
were-
from her.
Yes, because of how far back you were beside the hag. You're ahead of her. You're about at this point.
See, I thought I was spatially. I thought I was like the direction we were already going. I didn't realize I was the opposite
sorry,
direction of
yeah.
that. Okay.
Yeah,
Um.
I should just draw on the map, like just a drawing. That would probably make this easier.
So I'm 30 feet above and like 20 feet away,
Yes.
like 20 feet ahead.
Yes.
Okay. How far away from the hag that's casting all this nastiness on us?
I mean, she's from you. She's pretty far back at this point because she did not move the full distance forward behind you. She only had to move a little bit forward to get them in range. She is probably like a little over 100 feet away from you at this point.
I'm gonna descend.
Okay.
And get off of. Well, would it? If I got off the broom, would she be able to ride it again? Do I figure? Because I had to use like a command word and shit.
Just roll me an Arcana check.
9.
You don't know for sure. You're not really sure.
Okay. And we're how far from the forest? I'm sorry.
From where you are. So if you fly down to her, she's
Just
still,
in general.
Yeah. She's still about 70 feet away.
70 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
On foot.
Yeah. Sorry. It's taking me so long.
No, it's all good. It's just funny because it's you.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, there's a lot of options, and none of them are like great. And I'm trying to figure out what Ness would do, because I know what I would do. I'd be like, better haul ass drag, let's go, and then I would be taking my way to the forest.
You
but
mean
I don't think
the only difference being that Ness would have noticed how badly they seem to want Dragathiel specifically, and her now being in the back of the pack,
and her being part of the party and my friend and all of these sorts of things.
Sure.
Well, friend is an interesting word for it, but the least offensive person in the party, to me.
What? It's news to me.
You're all a bunch of fucking miscreants. Except for Dragathiel, you just need to come to accept that she's tiny. You're small.
No!
It's fine. So yeah, I'm gonna Nessa's gonna drop to the ground and cross his fingers that she can like hop on it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, Dragathiel, get on the broom and go, and then try to start running towards the forest himself.
All right, sure. So as you do kind of pass off the broom, you see that it does appear to hover in the air. As she kind of takes it in her hand, seems like it may work. I guess we'll see in a moment.
Can I do anything else?
Well,
how much would that have taken up? I have like.
We'll call that moving and handing off. I'll say you have an action. We'll call that your bonus action and movement. So if you have an action left, do you want to do anything?
Am I allowed to like do anything as he hands that off?
Not yet. I mean, you can say something, but.
Well, because if he, does an action and isn't there anymore, then I can't do it.
I mean, that really used all his movement. He begins heading away, but he's still like right beside you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I mean, you're trying to keep something really bad from happening. I get it.
Yeah. I'm going to use Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay, very good.
It's probably the best.
All right, so it now being back to the Ice Hag's turn, she is going to move forward on her broom to get within 60 feet of you, Dragathiel. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Eight. An 8.
As you begin to like mount the broom, you suddenly feel your body tense up. You are currently paralyzed, as you have been. She's used hold person on you.
Oh wait, oh wait, 11. Sorry, I didn't know that was a save.
Still, yeah.
Still
you needed a 14. However, at the end of your turn, You can make another saving throw.
Okay.
So. That's gonna be the end of that one's turn. The other ones are getting real close. Everybody else is still moving. Aya is currently waiting on the other side, so it is actually your turn now. There's really not anything you can do other than make a saving throw.
Yep.
So you can't move or speak.
I rolled a 14.
That is okay. Then you're good. You can't move yet as you kind of break out of it. You see Ness kind of beginning to move away from you, but you are currently not paralyzed.
Cool.
So, Alistair, you're at the edge of the forest. Anything you're doing?
No, I'm gonna wait for them till I'll get there. I'm not gonna like go anywhere. So I don't know that I have anything to do.
What you can do is if you can hold an action, like say if the hag gets this close, I want to shoot at it, or if I see this happen, I want to do this. You can ready actions based on certain conditions.
Then in that case, yes. Like if the hag gets close enough to be within within range, then I wanna shoot at her.
All right, I will let you know. Very good. Boar is just bouncing around nervously, invisible beside all of you guys. You hear him like, ah! Mercy, it's your turn. You see her kind of like waving you through the portal. She says, "If that's everyone, we should go." So, go ahead.
Sorry, I cut you off.
And she's like, perhaps you go ahead and go through, and we'll see if we can get your friends. But that's up to you.
Can't leave them. So I can see, like looking back at from the edge of the forest. I flew pretty far. How far away from them am I now?
You guys,
Like
from where Dragathiel is? Dragathiel's
yeah.
70 feet away.
And on the broom, my movement speed's 50.
Correct.
Okay. And where's Ness again in proximity to Dragathiel?
He is
Right next to her.
He's right next to her. He's big. You see him turning to move away, but he is.
I'm gonna fly back out. I'm just gonna use my movement 50 feet.
Okay.
To get
About halfway.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. You're within 20 feet of Dragathiel at this point. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. You
yeah,
are.
And that's all. I guess then, how far away am I from the hag?
Close enough to Eldritch Blast it.
That's
If
exactly
that's what you were asking for, because I figured out.
Yeah, but I am gonna use my.
The other creature died, by the way.
Right.
Did you want to move the hex?
Yes, because that's what I was just about to say. I was gonna move the hex. Does that require a use of bonus action to move that? I think so.
I believe it does. Let's check. I don't know. Read it. Click it and read it. Let me know.
I will tell you.
Oh.
Yeah, you can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn of yours to curse a new creature. So I'm gonna curse that, which is fine. Thanks for my other person.
Okay, then yes, you can go and do that.
Then I'm just gonna hit it with Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
That is 15.
15 to hit.
Yeah, 15 to hit,
That just barely hits.
Let me roll that with the hex.
Oh, I'm so stupid.
Are you?
That is
maybe a little bit.
12 damage.
Okay, noted.
And the second beam is a 10 to hit.
10 does not hit, unfortunately.
And that's gonna end my turn.
Let me see real quick, because that was... You do see for a moment as the kind of large impact does nearly shake the hag off the broom for a second, but it does manage to hold on.
Even with the dexterity, is that because with transferring of hex, the last one had a dexterity disadvantage. Would this one also have that disadvantage?
Yes. It does still manage to hold on, though.
That bitch.
Can we give her my dice?
Yeah.
Right.
No, we're using my dice. They're the best. Ness, it's your turn. You begin to move away as you see Dragathiel freeze up for a second and then shake it off, but whatever you do now is up to you. It's she seems to be okay.
Sure.
She just seems to have frozen for a second.
And I've seen Mercy come in and use his eldritch powers to smack this thing in the face a little bit. How far away is it? Is it from us still?
From you, she is currently 60 feet away. She's staying as
60
far away as she can to still be able to cast her spells.
Do stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in rough shape. I'm going to dash towards the forest.
Okay. You do make it
Kind
just
of like
to the
nod
edge.
at Mercy on my way.
Okay.
Like,
yeah, you see as Ness just goes just hauling his tiefling ass past as fast as he can. You do reach the edge of the forest where you see this kind of portal beginning to open ahead of you. All right. Anything else you'd like to do? I guess can't really do anything with your bone. Okay, cool.
I literally have nothing left. Yeah.
All dry. Gotcha.
Yeah.
This is a dick move. Like it can use hold person at will.
Really?
What's Will have to do
Jesus.
with this?
Hey.
Hate that guy.
Yeah. What does that have to do with Dragathiels?
Will's a dick.
It's a really obscure and specific spell. Hold person. At
What did
will.
Will do to deserve
Well,
it?
yeah. Some fucking wizard
Sorry,
sitting there.
Will.
Like, I'm gonna get you, Will. Crafting a spell specifically for dudes named Will.
Yeah. She's gonna go ahead. I need
If
you to make another.
If you go by William, you get advantage on your saving throw.
I need you to make another
Or Billy.
wisdom saving throw, Dragathiel.
With a new die.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
a new die.
Well, the die that I rolled last time.
One roll per die, and then just get rid of it.
Natural 20.
Hey!
You begin to feel your body seize up again as you shake it off. All right, what are you doing?
Can I make it to the trees with my movement?
With your
Then
broom.
Get on
I-
the broom.
I am on the broom.
Okay. You
I
weren't.
almost.
You were held.
I was frozen on the broom.
You begin to focus on the movement, and the broom immediately obeys your will and rockets towards the edge. Yes, you do make it. In fact, you manage to go fast enough to just cut ahead of Ness. In front of you, you do see this portal being kind of pulled open in this tree by Alana the Druid. Are you just going? You do have enough movement to kind of go in.
Zoom right into it.
Yeah. It's up to
I
you.
couldn't grab Ness to bring him along, could I?
Sure, I'll let you I'll let that be your bonus action while you're dashing.
Okay.
Sure. As you just kind of come up behind and attempt to grab him by the scruff, roll me just what's called a general strength check for this.
You said strength.
And Ness, I assume you're not resisting particularly.
I wouldn't even know it's happening.
Yeah.
18.
Okay. You just kind of like go and grab him by the scruff of like the back of his collar there and the little bit of his armor, and you just kind of pick him up, and it does slow you down a little bit, but you guys do make it right to the edge, as he was most of the way there. You guys now, having reached the edge here, you do see as a lot of these creatures are beginning to come behind you. At this point, we're gonna not bother with the turn order, except for with Mercy, unless any of you are doing anything to help him. He's only 50 feet away.
How far away is? No, never mind. I already used all those damn spells.
Can we do the throwy stone technique again? We have both of those, right? I have both of those in my hands.
Let's
Right?
see.
I mean, at this point, it's just faster for him to like
Oh, is he still in the broom, right?
turn around and fly back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never mind. I just thought it was super cool. That was a
and-
pretty cool move.
Let me see. I gotta check the range on something, as this other hag has gotten closer, but I don't think she's in range still of where Mercy is.
What has he been doing?
He came to Eldritch Blast a lady.
Oh, right.
No. Okay.
He was giving us covering fire.
So no, I will say the
Fucking
rest of the
people
rest
up.
of the movement has been spent as they are now converging, seeing you trying to get away. However, Mercy, I'll just go ahead and bump it back at the top of the turn order. Are you doing anything else? What are you doing?
I'm zippity zapping
Okay.
out of that joint.
You see as Alana waves you all in as you guys just kind of all dive through this portal, with Mercy kind of rocketing through on his broom to the other side. Ahead of you guys now land, and you look back and you see this kind of nice, large, almost oak-ish looking tree as this kind of gaping wound of a portal closes back up, as you guys now appear to be safe in some sort of idyllic grove tended by Alana, but it's a little bit difficult to tell from just this 5 seconds. So we'll find out more in a minute after we take a break, because I've got to pee. So we'll be right back in just a second to find out what happens with that. But you guys currently, good job. You escaped all that nonsense. Barely, some of you. But we'll be back in just a minute, guys. You good? Are you okay? All right, Pierre.
Try not to die.
Try not to die. Thanks, buddy. Try not to die.
Thanks, buddy.
delicious.
And
I'm not somehow surprised.
we're back. So, real
Where
quick.
the shit is the show? Shut up, Cody.
Wow.
Yeah, we
Cody.
knew you were coming to have to. Pint, thank you so much for 400 bits. I love you. That's amazing. Did you use the subway one though?
No.
Oh, no, you didn't get your extra biddies.
That would have been 40 extra cents.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm not kidding.
Geek
I'm
Gaming,
about to
thank
say.
you for the follow. Appreciate that. And now back to the game. So as you guys enter this kind of like just small grassy area, you do see it appears to be largely a regular forest. However, roll me a perception check real quick.
Yeesh. Yeesh.
Total of 20.
Okay.
Well, 19.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Look at us.
Look at you guys
24.
now that
Yeah,
it's
the
not
Now that we're
life or
out of the
death.
Trivial.
maybe it's just another hag illusion.
Yeah.
Ooh.
In
Boy,
fact,
that would just throw.
Definitely.
Well, now we're
Look at
paranoid.
this.
Now we're
Yeah.
like,
In fact,
what the fuck's going on?
just kidding.
We're not even in the
Because of the
Feywilds. It's
scene.
all been a hag's illusion.
Right.
It's actually been the clock from the tower.
Yep.
Right, it's clock.
What can I do
It's
to
all
be
been
my
a dream.
I'm not even
better?
real. Like,
Right. Just,
So
Mr. Mercy, I'm not feeling so good. Alistair just fades.
oh.
all
Oh
right.
god.
You too.
So, as you guys take a look around, you do feel like you're still in the Feywild based on the sky and the conditions around you. As you look around, it appears to have been a well-tended grove as you see just various vines bearing different types of fruits like muscadines and blueberries and things, all these different bushes and nice edible plants surrounding you guys. You do notice almost a dense cloud of fog kind of surrounding this entire area. As you kind of try to see through it, you do notice you are still in the Shadowvine. You're still in the Shadowvine Forest, but apparently some of what the hag that was impersonating Alana had told you previously is in fact true, as you see her tending her little corner of the Shadowvine, attempting to either keep it safe or make it better. It's a little difficult to tell exactly what's happening, but as she now looks at all of you, she kind of steps down, the portal closing behind her, says, "All right, well, that could have gone a lot worse." And as you guys now look at her, she seems to be even more beautiful than the hag had impersonated her. Like the hag that was impersonating her seemed to have seen her maybe from afar. As you get closer, she does have kind of shoulder-length blonde hair with kind of dark emerald green eyes. You see her skin kind of seems to almost change as she kind of moves. She seems to be Dragathiel, very similar to you, in that she perhaps is maybe the only other elf like you've ever seen, in that she appears to be a little different, just for some reason. As she kind of steps forward, she says, "So what exactly were all of you doing in there?"
Saving our friend.
Dragathiel.
I see. She kind of looks at Dragathiel and she says, "Who are you?"
Oh.
Hi, I'm Dragathiel.
Hello.
Maybe you know my mom.
It is possible. She kind of reaches out her hand to give you yours a shake. She says, "My name is Alana."
Hi, Alana. Do you perhaps know anyone who lives around here named Maeve or Titania?
Well, Maeve has not been seen in some time. It's been a while since I've spoken to Titania, but I know her, yes.
I guess that's my my mom and her sister. Huh.
Who's your mother?
Maeve.
This all makes sense now.
Oh, what?
Glad it
Do
makes sense
you
to
mean-
someone.
Can you
Yeah.
explain?
can do my best.
Okay.
So people like us, as she says this, as she kind of like waves her hand over herself. As you might have gathered, we're different from most. Your mother, being Maeve, makes perfect sense. I assume your father, then, was an elf of some sort.
Yes?
Well, generally, we're a little different because, for some reason, one of our parents, being a fey spirit, chose to engage with a more mortal elf,
Mm-hmm.
which is strictly forbidden. And that is logically to follow then why Maeve has been removed. I had heard nothing of your existence, but I gather that you are probably not supposed to be here.
Removed? How? To where?
Yeah.
I have not been told. Unfortunately, that is not my domain. I'm allowed to be here only because I tend a rather untendable area that nobody else wishes to visit. I'm left alone, but, well, Oberon does not take kindly to all of us being here.
Who's Oberon?
Well, he's... she kind of gives you a look. Why are you all in the Feywild if you don't even know for... Why did you come here? Oberon is he's the king of the Fey.
Yeah, it's our first time.
I see. Well, I suggest you make a swift exit. However you came, I suggest you make your way back.
Would
So,
love to.
yeah. We kind of came here on accident. But you said Titania's still around, right?
She is. She, unlike her sister, holds Oberon's favor.
Do you think she knows where Maeve is?
Out of only a handful of people that would know, I think yes, she probably would.
Okay.
I think perhaps if Oberon does not already know that you are here, I would be very careful to see that he does not find out. If you wish to see Titania, I can try and get you closer, but any magic of my sort will go noticed, certainly if we venture too close. So, for now, though, you're all alive, and you shouldn't be, so be thankful for that at least, and, well, take a rest. I need to, if you have any questions, you can come with me, but I need to walk the perimeter. I don't think the hags will take kindly to, me interrupting their ritual.
Yeah, I have a couple more questions, if you don't mind me joining you.
Of course. You see, as she begins to walk, you guys head out kind of towards the edge as the kind of nice foliage and grass, the greenery continues, but you reach almost what appears to be a wall of this kind of fog. And you see as she just kind of lightly is tracing her hand around it as you guys are apparently walking the perimeter of this area. Jagathiel? Yes?
So, the way we got here, I have this crystal that holds my familiar, and...
Yes, that is, She kind of gives a look. She says, yes, I don't have one myself, but that is your mother's heartstone.
My mother's. What is a heartstone?
Well, it's very important to most of the Fae spirits. It's very rare that they would give it to someone unless they actually love them dearly and trust them. It's tied to her life essence strongly. The fact that she made one at all must mean she cared very greatly either for you or your father.
Oh. And I think the crystal is the way that we ended up here. We were kind of in a dangerous spot, and I don't really know what happened. I wanted to save us, and this portal appeared, and it just sucked us in.
I see. I don't know if that will be a viable way to return to where you came from. The stone is bound to here, but returning to your world may be more difficult.
So, do you know how we can return?
Perhaps. I mean, how long do you need to be here before you leave?
I would like to get us back as soon as possible.
Well, you could perhaps... You see her begin to kind of furrow brow. You could perhaps talk to the elves that are in Vala, but they often don't take kindly to outsiders either. Certainly, Titania could whisk you back without too much effort. If you had some sort of strong tie to the other side, we could maybe work on something.
What about...
Take a little time. Yes?
What if we have another companion's familiar?
That could help serve as a beacon back to the other side if you need a target, certainly. I'm afraid I've only left the Feywild a few times myself, and it's not an exact science unless you are very powerful.
Got it.
I'm sorry about your mother. I hate to be the one to break the news to you. It's from... I can't remember the last time I spoke to Maeve. It was a long, long time ago.
Did she ever say anything about... I guess not. About my father or I?
Not to me. Again, I'm largely just tolerated here, and I enjoy the challenge, and I enjoy tending nature, and if my calling is here, then here I am comfortable. But much more than that, I unfortunately can't give you too much detail about her outside of that.
Well, thank you for what you could tell me.
Of course. Allow me to do some thinking, and your companion you're referring to, Aya, was his or
yes.
hers?
His.
Yes. Aya found me yesterday to let me know something was wrong and that there were some sort of people not necessarily supposed to be here, and she managed to scout around and find all of you, and I guess whoever your friend is must be able to communicate with her from the other side to some extent.
It seems possible, yeah. His name is Fenvir. Yeah, I think I should let the others know about the options that we have, and we should all get some rest because we all got pretty beat up.
Yes, get some rest. Allow me to think, and let me do a bit of research, and if you decide on a course of action, let me know and I'll assist to the extent that I'm able.
All right.
So meanwhile, while they're having this conversation, the rest of you, at this point, Boar does appear, and he just kind of, you see him lay down on the grass and begin, like, making a grass angel. Like, he begins, like, he grabs pieces of it and, like, rubs it on his face. Like, yeah, yes, so good to not be dead.
Can I, like, shake off the hag, this, like, appearance and return to Alistair's regular form?
Absolutely. You guys see is...
Kind of shiver, like...
Yeah. You see as Alistair's appearance changes back from that of a hag, it kind of morphs back into the handsome and charming face of Alistair.
That's an improvement.
I would hope so.
Why is it that everywhere we go, something tries to kill us?
I guess I have one of those faces.
Can't we open a portal to some sunny beach or a scenic mountain vista just once?
I mean, y'all got on a boat heading toward the source of a bunch of darkness and action. So, I mean, whether that action's happening in the Feywild or over there, I mean...
Yes, and we get to return to that horror, having now just confronted this one.
It's true. It's kind of... Seems like it's kind of what you guys signed up for.
Dragathiel does return to you guys a few minutes later. Alana currently still apparently doing whatever tasks she was setting out to do. Boar apparently just begins snoring as he's laying on the ground, very much enjoying not being chased by hags or surrounded by death. So as Dragathiel returns, what are you guys doing?
Hey guys. So
Were you able to find out?
Lana has a few ideas of different ways that we can get back. We're kind of hoping that maybe we can use Fenvir's familiar to kind of get us tethered back to our plane, but for now, we should just all take a rest.
I like that plan.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah.
I'd like to be unconscious by my own choice for once today.
Dragathiel, do you have any idea why they chose you or took you for this ritual?
No, I've asked her a bunch of other questions, and I figured I can ask her those at another time. For now, I just think it's a good idea to get rested up.
Sure.
And let her think about how to get us back home.
Home.
Well, to our plane.
Yeah. Right.
And to Fenrir. And...
Okay.
Right.
So, as you guys kind of begin to settle in, checking your wounds and trying to shake off the adrenaline, Alana returns, maybe within an hour. Says, well, I'm afraid I don't have much, but you're welcome to eat anything that is edible, and I would suggest you don't leave the boundaries of my knoll here, and anything else I can provide you, I will do my best.
Do you know why the hags wanted her? She won't ask you, I'll ask you.
They wanted her specifically?
Yeah. Seemed that way.
Seemed like it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they do prefer purer souls where they can get them. The purer soul, the more potent their ritual will be, especially if one is sacrificed willingly. But Yes, I would gather she represented, like I, a unique sort of option, and, well, she kind of looks at you. She seems nice enough. I don't know your history, but you seem to have a good heart.
We'll give her that. She does.
So I can't say exactly why they make their choices, but I do know that the sisters make the choices in order to revitalize them in the strongest way possible. So if she had something special that they needed, that is probably why. How?
Fair enough.
So you came here on accident?
Yep.
Well, outside of what you just went through, how's the Feywild? Is a beautiful place. Have you enjoyed your stay otherwise?
Well, we got attacked by pixies, and then I got kidnapped by a hag. So
Okay, well,
Pretty much.
Don't forget the
immediately.
sirens.
Mm.
And attacked by sirens. She wasn't.
Hey.
She wasn't there for that.
I was
Attacked by
kidnapped.
sirens.
you guys got attacked
But
by
the-
what?
But then we did get to fly on crystalline birds.
There were rainbow birds.
Phoenixes. Don't
that-
disrespect
Huh?
them, Ness.
That was exciting.
There was a rainbow feather involved. Yeah.
We have, well,
What?
I'd say moved hell and earth, but really just wreaked a path of destruction across the Feywild, attempting to rescue you.
Whoa.
Did it with
A
style.
little bit.
Some panache was involved, I'll agree.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know how long they had me before you guys even got to me. It just.
You seem to be under their thrall.
Yeah, they charmed me, which is surprising. That was a new experience. Yeah, they just kept showing me images of my family and tried to keep me not noticing you guys, but that didn't work out so well. Ness kind of stuck out like a sore thumb among my family members.
Yeah, he'll do that.
Tends to happen. I would imagine tieflings are even less common here than they are back home.
Yes, you're the second one I've seen in my many years. So,
You're the second one of you I've seen in my not so many years.
and
You're the first one I've seen.
perhaps the only one that you ever will see again. I don't know. I don't
I've
know
got
how-
this one kind of kicking around with
well,
me, so
of course, outside of her, and hopefully she doesn't go anywhere. Well, you feel free to just recline wherever you like. I don't have much in the way of accommodations. I just kind of usually sleep against a tree or on the ground. The plants here, they reciprocate the love that I show them, so you should be able to find yourselves comfortable wherever you like.
we appreciate your hospitality and the
Portal.
wonderful rescue. Yes.
Yes. Thank you for the.
Know what would have happened if you had not arrived. Well, that's not true. I know
Yeah.
exactly what would have happened.
I admit I am
Arrived.
impressed that you all survived as long as you did. I imagine you are either very skilled or incredibly lucky. Maybe both, but some
Uh.
god or gods is smiling upon you, so I shall
I
leave
would
you to
imagine
it.
so.
I don't know about all that. But we made it nonetheless.
She kind of leaves you guys at this point. You see as she begins just kind of off in the distance, you see as she's tending various plants, trying to very slowly, you see she's trying to almost expand her small area, but it's slow, as the Shadow Vine Forest is not the most hospitable of places to grow this sort of greenery. So,
Alistair, you don't know about all of that, I say, sort of pulling out my holy symbol. The gods smiling upon us incinerated how many of those hags that threatened us?
I am grateful for your power. I am
It's
not.
It's not my power. It's the power of you.
Okay. Well, I'm
Imagine being
grateful for it
a
nonetheless.
skeptic in an age where the gods have returned
I'm not
and,
saying
and
I'm.
blessed us with their light.
I just would rather frame it differently. Is all. Thank you very much. Anyway, I'm too tired to argue.
Yes,
So
I suppose it would be.
is she like? So we've got like. Do we have options here? Can I just go like
You guys can do whatever
lay
you
against
want.
a tree or something?
Yeah, you can absolutely. As you guys do make your way around to find places to sit, like, you're like, this looks okay. But as you go to kind of like lean against the tree, it does ever so slightly kind of begin to contour to your body, making it a very comfortable rest. At this point, if you all would like to, you can go ahead and mark off a long rest.
Very much like to. Thank you.
Please.
Yeah, right.
you.
For the
Snag
love
that
of
one.
something else.
I mean, I don't want to speak
That-
for you. You could go ahead
yeah.
and leave, I guess.
I
The-
think
Something.
The best
Yeah,
words in
I
D&D.
can
Go ahead and
I
mark
have
off a long rest.
4 hit points. I'm fine. Let's go.
I don't-
Ready to go.
I was ready to go.
Yeah, I was down to 3 when I was like, I'm leaving.
Very good.
Rough guys.
Shut up. I'll get you next time. Actually, this is the first time that Mercy's not been the one that's been imminently threatened repeatedly. So, congratulations.
Adapting, overcoming. Thank you. I didn't fuck up.
Yeah, and I think so. Mercy currently gets. You're gonna get an I Nearly Died T-shirt, and I think Alistair gets an I Nearly Died T-shirt. We're gonna have. I really want to make those.
Can I have a
I saved everybody.
I revive everybody.
Yeah.
T-shirt?
the reason
we're
the
all
reason
good
people
then.
haven't died T-shirt.
The reason we're all still here.
Very good. So.
Before...
My shirt will just say Fireball.
You get a
There you go.
fireball.
I'm just gonna be like one
And
of
you
those
just get a
like
bunch of
stick
people doing that
figures.
stupid song every time you see it.
Yes.
I'd be okay with that.
Star, you were saying something?
Oh, I was just saying before we all like, I assume that we're all kind of like going our semi-separate ways to like crash and rest, right?
Sure, it's up to you.
Before I know I said I was gonna go lean against a tree. If I can like, if I see Mercy going somewhere, can I like get up and sort of meander over to him and just look down and say, hey, thank you for coming back,
Of course.
and then just walk away.
Walk away. Very good.
Yep, that's it.
Oh,
You're welcome.
and also before I go to bed, can I grab my teleportation stones from
From
Alistair.
Alistair.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, how did you get those? Huh?
Hey, can I have those stones back?
Absolutely. I didn't even know how these worked, but I'm glad they did.
Yeah.
They're pretty nifty.
Just get it. Just don't push it if there's buildings or trees or anything in your way.
Really?
Yes,
Oh.
really.
Oh, it's like a straight line kind of thing.
Mhm.
Oh boy. All right.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. Noted.
I mean, you won't like hit anything, but like you could end up in the middle of, I don't know, a building on opposite sides of the wall with trolls on either side by yourself. I don't know, something
Oh,
bad.
great. Awesome. All right.
Very good. So she does hand the 2 stones back over to you. I believe they're already in your inventory, so you're good to go. Meanwhile, you all begin to take your long rest, as long as nobody else wanted to do anything else before the night progresses. Okay. Very good. So, Mercy, can you roll me a d20 just real quick?
Absolutely. 10.
Okay, don't worry about it. All right. So,
Is he with me? Does he get +3?
it's just this is more of a luck roll. It doesn't apply to.
Oh.
It's a for me sort of thing.
Dang.
Don't worry about it. So as you all begin to rest for the evening, you do rather comfortably get some sleep in, feeling comforted by the fact that Alana is doing her best to watch over you and tend to keeping the hags at bay. As you awaken, still kind of in this almost twilight state that the Feywild appears to constantly be in, You guys stretch, stand up, look around. Alana, eventually, after a few minutes of seeing you guys moving, she makes her way back towards you. So, you feeling better?
Much.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Good, good. Did you... I hate to impose, but they are very much wanting to get at you here, and, had you decided on a course of action of where you would like to go or how you would like to go?
Yeah, if we can use Aya to get to Fenrir, that would be ideal.
You can if you have a way to return. It would probably help guide you back. You do see Aya at this point as you guys look around. She has, until now, been kind of resting on a branch, kind of watching all of you. If they share a bond, she can certainly act as a bit of a beacon to guide you back to him, but that doesn't actually help open the way.
Yeah, so you think maybe I held her and focused really hard on my crystal? No, because the crystal's down here. Maybe it would work.
You could certainly try.
Yeah,
I
a
imagine
shot.
part of it may... The crystal's bound here. I don't know where Maeve is, but as it is also bound to her, it could... If she's
Take us to her?
If she is somewhere else, it could take you closer to her, but I don't know where that is.
I mean, my companion's like, we need to get back to our other companion. That's...
I see. It's worth a shot, I suppose. That's up to you. If none of you have the ability to open a portal yourselves, we shall have to find someone who does. But I myself do not currently possess such an ability.
If we were able to find Maeve, do you think she would be able to help us?
Maeve, Titania, most of the spirits could probably, if they're strong enough. Certainly the two of them should be. Like I said, the elves of Valar would certainly have that power. However, negotiating with them may be difficult. If you were brought here, if it was not an accident from Maeve's side, perhaps she put you where she wanted you. I don't know. It's difficult to say. I shall leave it up to you, and I can certainly... I can do my best to get us most places in the Feywild as I've traveled it, and the plants do me the favor of allowing us to move, but just tell me where you'd like to go. I'll leave you to discuss it amongst yourselves. I just ask that perhaps we move you today so that I have a little less trouble here myself.
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
She kind of... So I shall give you some time, and she goes back to her business.
What do you guys think? I can try to get us back to Fenrir. I can try to get us to Maeve. We can ask her to take us to the elves in Vala. There are certain options that for me are better options, but I don't want my own personal agenda to affect our group decision on how we proceed.
I take it you mean you'd rather try to get to your mom, right?
Yeah, I have some questions, that's for sure.
I mean, though we don't know where she is, if it'll take us somewhere more dangerous, if it'll take us to the plane we want to return to, or somewhere totally different, or someplace else on this plane.
Yep.
And to find your mom, we have to find your sister. And finding your sister might get you into trouble and us into trouble with the King of the Fae.
Yeah.
Yep, unless the crystal leads us to her. Yep, that's it.
I will say, though it ended differently than you guys would have liked, Dragathiel, you did help keep my mother from, those mercenaries from taking me. So, if this is something you need, I'm on board.
Quick.
And I just like hug Mercy.
I say quick DM interjection just so that you guys don't get confused. Titani is not her sister; it's Maeve's sister. So it would be
Yeah.
Right.
no.
Yeah. Her aunt.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I was saying her sister, I
Okay,
meant
gotcha,
her
gotcha.
Her
mother's
sister.
Gotcha. I was just
Yeah.
making sure.
No, thank you. But I was checking that.
Gotcha.
I think we do. Yeah.
Look, girl, I like you. You are, you seem really sweet, and you have been good to me when I haven't deserved it. But trying to go to your mom with the crystal that you don't know how to use, and in order to get there, you gotta risk. I mean, it's a stretch.
Yep.
It's kind of crazy.
And our other option is hoping real hard into the crystal
Well, I hold a bird.
while you
But that
hold the
part,
bird.
if it works, takes us where we know,
mean-
ostensibly where we where
And
someplace
that
that we
part,
know.
if it works, takes significantly less time and investment. I
Yeah.
think it would be worth a try.
I can definitely do my best.
Your best tends to be not bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm pretty awesome. We can probably do this.
Okay.
If yeah. We can do this.
It's not the craziest thing to happen to us, right?
Not today.
I mean, you got us here. You can do some crazy shit.
Yep. Okay. Well,
During this time, you guys have noticed, by the way, Boar doesn't seem too interested in talking to you, but he does seem very interested in eating everything that he possibly can. As you see him, just in the background, just grabbing, berries and just grapes and things from off all of the vines. So, Cricky, if Dragathiel would like to attempt this...
Yep.
Okay, so...
I would like to attempt it.
Okay. Aya's just kind of watching you from a branch a little ways away.
Yep. Boar and Alana, you guys may want to hold on to something if this works. Okay.
All right. She sees
Okay.
she kind of waves her hand and like a root kind of comes out of the ground, and they both kind of hold on to it for a moment.
Awesome.
I'm gonna
Real
prepare my
quick.
stance.
Yes, Ness.
While Boar is while this is going on and she's sort of preparing herself, because it just seems like the kind of thing he'd appreciate, and he helped us out. I want to go over to Boar.
Okay.
And say, you do remember yesterday, yeah?
Oh, yesterday, yes.
Okay. You've sometimes just had a tendency to forget things, it seems.
I mean, how can I remember if I don't know that I forgot to begin with?
You're not wrong. Well, most of the time, when somebody completes a quest or an adventure, there's a reward at the end. And I don't have much, but this seemed like something that you would appreciate. And I'm going to pull out the Wonder Shot,
Okay.
and I'm going to give it to Boar.
What's a wonder shot?
You see him.
It's like a slingshot that does a whole bunch of weird shit. It's awesome.
Silly stuff.
Cool.
Makes rainbows and
What?
You see he
it's
kind of
like
holds
it's a
it.
children's toy.
He kind of holds
Cool.
it and he says, "Oh, well, I very much appreciate it." And he begins. You see as he begins playing with it, and he gets kind of a stupid grin on his face. That's quite nice. Yes, I think I'll enjoy this.
I thought you might.
Oh.
I wish I could do more, but you've done so much to help us, and I don't think we could have done what we did without you. So you'll always have a friend in me, Boar.
Oh, thank you so much. And anytime you're back here, just let me know.
I hope I never come back here again. But if I do, we will look out for you.
Okay.
Very brave, boy.
So, as you all kind of stand, are you standing close? How are you? Because what are you guys doing as Dragathiel's doing this?
I'm standing next to Dragathiel, but like with a prepared stance, like bracing myself.
Okay.
Like a Street Fighter character.
Yeah, exactly.
So Dragathiel, as you kind of take off your earring for a moment and hold it in your hands and begin to focus, are you calling Aya to you, or how are you?
Yeah.
No.
I'm just gonna kind of like call Aya over and kind of just. Does she come over?
She does. She kind of turns her head kind of quizzically before kind of flying over and landing on your shoulder.
Okay, and I'm just gonna kind of look at her and be like, and just talk to her. Your Fenrir is somewhere really far away, and we really want to get to him so that we can make sure he's okay. So I need you to please focus on Fenrir. Just focus on Fenrir. And I just kind of close my eyes, and I'm just thinking that, like, just focus on Fenrir.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Mm-hmm. Sorry. Where the heck? Oh, cool. 11.
Okay. 1 second. Let me talk to...
Unless that +3 applies to this. Does that only apply to, like...
No, that
I know it's for
does not
saving
apply here, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I was just making sure.
Let me talk to Hunter real quick.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Sorry, I'll let you guys vamp for a second.
No, I didn't mind the Feywilds too much. There's just...
I didn't see much.
Oh my god.
I saw that, like, green, very pretty grass, but then, like, I didn't see anything else.
We crossed like a
But this place
glass
is gorgeous.
I am used to people trying to kill me.
A
But
glass.
hags and wyverns and sirens.
glass ocean that's where the sirens
Yep.
attacked us.
And you
Not
could
into
go
it.
under,
The,
but
Yes.
to
The
get
glass?
through, you had to sing the glass. I'm still very confused.
Yeah.
I essentially just imitated the sound a siren made, and I hoped it would kind of break the
Wow.
surface. We
There's
were
a lot
trapped
of
underneath the
really
glass.
good at imitating stuff,
A
though.
lot of hoping and wishing in this place.
I mean, we made it. It
Then-
worked.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mercy.
Yes.
Show her the feather.
Ooh, yes.
What I said, the feather.
Check
the
this
rainbow
out.
feather.
And I pull out the rainbow feather from the rainbow phoenix. Look how pretty.
This is like the prettiest.
Nobody's seen
Right?
I don't want to touch it, but I want to touch it.
I very gingerly hand you.
And I just very like,
I know, right?
Now imagine a whole bird of those, and then
this is
multiple.
a big feather.
It's really big.
Imagine 7 birds. Of
We
those.
wrote them.
You wrote, they were that big?
They were that
They
big.
talked to us.
Took 2 of them for me, but they carried us. Yeah.
You would have loved them, Gagathy.
Yeah, road is kind of giving ourselves a little
Sure.
credit. They carried us.
Yeah.
They carried us.
See?
Okay.
Have the feather back.
So, as you begin focusing Dragathiel as hard as you can, just a flicker begins to open. You guys see just kind of a bit of like swirling purple and blue energy kind of like coalescing. It begins to open. However, what you begin to see is kind of an image that keeps shifting between 2 separate things. And then it kind of splits in half. As you see ahead of you, you do see Fenrir, who kind of quizzically like jumps and then looks back over his shoulder, seeing all of you standing there. However, on the other side, half of the portal, what you see is just, and feel rather, is just first kind of almost a blast of heat kind of comes out.
Is he gonna get sucked?
As you kind of like put your your hands up to kind of block a bit of this heat. But on Finvir's side, it appears to be nighttime currently as he is trying to sneak through the forest. Now a large portal opening behind him, potentially giving his position away. As he looks back at you, he's are you all safe?
For now,
For
yes.
a moment.
Are you okay?
I was until about now. But I'm glad you're all safe. I hope Aya has helped and she's going to do her best to protect you while she can.
Yes, thank you for the bird.
Yeah, can we go through the portal now?
Yeah.
As you attempt to, you kind of like get closer and it's just shifting and uncertain. On the right side, Dragathiel, roll me a perception check as you're the closest.
Nine.
We roll a lot of 9s.
Mm-hmm. And
You
fives.
swear
and
you hear the
fives.
whisper of a voice come out to you, but you can't quite make out what it says. As you look through this side, trying to see as best you can, what you notice is something that seems foreign to you. You see kind of almost a bit of stone, dark stone, almost like a pathway, but it's illuminated by kind of a shifting red light, as if almost as if there's a fire somewhere out of your vision that you can't see. But it appears as though the stone is being pulled in two separate directions, kind of using Aya to focus on where you want to go. But potentially on the other side, you're not sure. But based on what you've been told, you gather that could be where your mother is located. Roll me an Arcana check real quick.
7.
You could certainly try to go through the portal. You're not entirely certain what the outcome would be given the current state of it. As Finvir kind of glances back, he says, "I don't have time for this. Try to find your way back to me, and I'll be waiting." As you see him kind of like duck into cover, as some creatures that you can't quite make out from this distance apparently are looking for him.
That doesn't look particularly safe.
They all kind of like turn their head to look at you at this point. But yeah, what are you doing?
Guys, I don't think it's safe to go in that portal. We could go in the other portal, but I also don't know how that'll go either. And we can just close this up and try something else. I don't know, guys.
I feel like we don't have much time.
Or many options.
Yeah.
Or many good options.
We have the fire or the frying pan.
While you guys are having this conversation, roll me another d20 real quick, Cricky. See if you can maintain enough focus to keep the portal open.
Probably not with a 3.
Nope.
Well, that made it
as you see the portal shrink back into a point and then disappear. No. You're trying to open a portal with non-specific magic.
Why 2 portals? What was
know.
the other one?
I don't know. I think the other one may have been to my mom because she's so tied to the crystal and it's her life essence. I think her pull was just as strong, if not stronger, than the connection with Fenrir, and I don't know. This is second, third. Well, the first time it was this big. It didn't count. I don't know. I've never done this.
Okay, it's okay.
Okay, you're doing your
If
best.
the portal's closed, that limits our options, right? So instead of we could sit here and complain about that, or we can figure out what's next.
We find your aunt.
I could try to just focus on Maeve. I just don't know.
It sounds like like that's what you really want to do. I imagine that trying to open a portal when what you really want is to open a portal to your mother is not going very well.
necessarily.
What the portal wants.
Yeah,
is to
I don't
open
think
a
it's what
portal
I
to your
want.
mother.
Fair.
Why are you so suddenly afraid to see your mother?
I'm
Why
not
wouldn't it be something you wanted?
I don't know her. I don't know anything about her. I don't know if she wants anything to do with me.
She gave you that.
She gave me. I don't know if she gave me this. Maybe she gave my father it and he gave it to me. I've had it always. I mean, I don't know that she wants to see us or that if we got to her that it would even be safe. I don't know anything. Guys, I don't know.
Sure, just
All the
because
more
she's your
reason
mother
to-
doesn't mean that she's got your best interests at heart. Know
Yeah.
that from experience.
Same.
I've just begun to, at this point, bet that wherever we wind up will not be safe. Little less concerned about that.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
I mean,
little healthy
still very
skepticism.
concerned about that, but I just assume now. Portal back home. Unsafe. Portal to your mother. Unsafe. Walk outside the fog. Unsafe.
Yeah.
But we know.
I want to.
We know if we stay here, we can find someone who can get us home, whether it's your aunt or your mother. Yes.
I will say I feel drawn to try and find her. I feel like that's what I don't know, like what I need to do and what I've been called to do this whole time. I'm just not sure. I just don't want to drag you guys into something just because I
Just
have a
open the
gut feeling
portal
that-
and let's go meet your
Yep,
mother.
let's go.
Oh, okay.
We
Here
could-
go.
we The benefit of going to talk with your aunt would be that we can gather information about your mother without necessarily having to commit to meeting her.
But we also have to find her and not
of
get caught
that
and not get killed or turned
The
into
horde
the
of
faking.
hags sitting outside waiting for us.
Plus, I might
at
not
our
be
that.
able to
No,
do
you're
this
right.
again.
I forgot.
I don't even know. I mean,
Yeah,
Alana
sure.
does.
Let's-
come
let's-
I'm
right
going to try.
Alana speaks up. She says, well, I'm not going to make you walk outside of the fog. We can get you somewhere safe within the Feywild. It just, it's up to you from there. But you're
Let's
welcome to
let's try
just-
this portal one more
Let's go to the
time.
portal.
See what happens. If we go through, we go through, and if not, we go to our last option.
I'm gonna put a reassuring hand on Dragathiel's shoulder.
So you are now, you're focusing on doing what?
Yeah.
Are you going to try and open the
making
portal?
a portal to the thing that's been calling me that I'm assuming is Maeve.
So you're talking about the direction you're being pulled, or the direction? So when you arrived in the Feywild and you spoke to Titania,
Mm-hmm.
she kind of put almost a compass in your head to where she is. But as far as you don't know where Maeve is, you do know that that
Mhm.
could be where the other half of the portal is opening to. So which are
Yeah, that's
which are
to
you-
Maeve.
Okay.
Though whatever that red light was in the stones in the portal
Okay.
that we saw.
All right. You can try again then.
I rolled a 19.
Okay. So, as you now focus on what you'd seen before and the thought of your mother who you've not yet seen, just focusing on the connection, the kind of motherly bond that you would hope exists. Let me roll something. This is... Okay. As you reach out and the portal does begin to open again, you guys now see ahead of you what looks to be almost a hallway of stone, kind of carved. It's a little difficult to tell what it's made of. However, now having the full portal in vision, you can see out one of the windows ahead of you. There does appear to almost be out to your left on your left side, this hallway kind of has openings out into the outside. The right side appears to be kind of lined with cells, like doors, just different sorts of potentially jail cells. It's a little difficult to tell, but as you look out the left side, there does appear to be we'll call it a lake of fire, kind of roiling outside the windows.
Bodes well.
That you can see in the distance. All of you roll me a perception check real quick.
Just a portal to the 9 hells. It's fine.
13.
15.
18.
21.
What was this, 21?
Yes.
Okay. Kind of down at just maybe after you step out of the portal, it would be maybe 20 feet away. You do see kind of what appears to be a very dainty kind of blue-green hand kind of wrap around one of the bars as you see somebody trying to see out.
I can
Who
see a
sees
hand.
this? Just
And
That's
one of
about
the
it.
cells,
You
right?
can, as you kind of look closer, you see just the tiniest bit of like almost a silvery golden bit of hair kind of flow out as this creature is apparently trying to see whatever has opened to the portal, but cannot quite make visual contact with you.
Can I adjust my angle to gain a better look through the portal?
Sure. As you kind of shift a little bit, you do just see this kind of one eye of what appears to be, based on having looked around here, this definitely appears to be a fey creature of some sort. A humanoid in size, a woman, but she, as you look closer, you notice she has like a device kind of clamped around her mouth to keep her from speaking. As she's trying to kind of, you see her eyes wide, trying to see through this portal back to you.
How far is she from us?
About 20 feet. 20, 30 feet.
I think that's her.
Titania, wave your hand if that's you.
Well, it's...
Maeve.
Can
Hey, sorry.
Can I
sorry.
cast a spell
Wait.
through the portal?
You can certainly try. As you're noticing this, Mercy, though, you also notice from around the corner there is a very large creature. You see as it rounds, these kind of bony, gnarled hands, kind of like almost walking like a gorilla, as its head kind of almost just scrapes this tall ceiling, with a bit of a large thing of keys kind of jangling around its waist.
There's something coming. There's
Can
something big. It looks like some sort of guard. It has the keys to these cells.
Is it like the things we fought in Dahlia's tower?
Does it resemble them?
Roll me a... I'll let you do religion, or... Roll me a religion check, actually.
I mean, can we all see
At this point, yeah, you
Yeah.
guys are seeing just the hands of this creature, kind of these kind of long, bony protrusions almost coming into points as it kind of like is walking kind of on all fours to fit in this. It's a large hallway,
Sure.
Mhm.
but it takes up a lot of it.
Can I cast message and to communicate with the girl who's got the like shackles on her face?
You can,
Whatever.
yeah, if you would like to.
Shackle face.
Shackle face. I'm imagining like Bane, you know.
Yeah,
Um,
also be a
it's-
really bad name for
Shackle
a
face.
band.
Yeah.
Shackle face.
Shackle face. We're on a roll tonight with those, or you are rather. Yeah. Can I say are you Maeve? Or do you know someone by that name?
You hear a tentative reply. Yes, I am. Who are you? Oh, I don't think you have much time. What? Who are you?
We're with your daughter.
Are you sending another message?
Yeah, can I, it's at will. It's like a cantrip.
Okay.
Can I just keep doing it? Or
Is it message that you have at will?
yeah. message is the name of the thing.
Okay, and
Yeah.
Okay, because there's 2 spells that are very very similar. Message does allow a reply, right?
Yes, it
Yeah.
does.
Just making sure. Then yes.
Can
you
reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
Yeah, no mind bullets.
You get no mind bolts. You get one. I will let you get off one more message as you see this creature. It is now fully face to face with all of you as you see this almost skull-like face with long fangs and these kind of just gnarled horns kind of off of it.
Okay.
Yes,
Can I tell what that is? I mean, I'm proficient.
roll me a
in
religion check with
and
advantage, Ness. What is your other message?
it seems like it's in hell, so it's kind of.
All right.
21.
How many are there?
You only see
I just asked her.
one of these big
I know.
creatures.
No, I know.
Oh.
I asked her. How many are there? How can we get you out?
I mean, there's patrols. This one comes regularly, but I don't know.
Okay.
Don't bring Dragathiel here.
Okay, that's good information to know.
At this point, Ness, yes, this is definitely one of the 9 hells, and that is a bone devil. As you see it kind of like coming around the corner, you hear just a sudden raspy like as it then begins running at all is you.
It is time
Okay,
to
we gotta close the portal.
Close the portal. Close the
Close it.
portal.
However,
Close
before
it,
you
close
do,
it.
it is going to attempt to hit Dragathiel real quick. Does a 16 hit you, Dragathiel?
Nope.
Okay, you see as this kind of long, almost stinger-like tail flies through the portals, you kind of step just out of the way as it looks like that would have hurt. What are you doing?
Close the portal.
I'm closing the portal.
As it backs shut, it actually closes around the tail, and you see like part of it flop off as this kind of bony protrusion of a tail now just kind of leaking this disgusting black blood onto the floor is apparently the portal's apparently closed, and that is apparently part of a devil in front of you.
What was that?
That was a devil
Your mom.
in hell.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
sorry, that
Wait.
was-
guarding your mom.
Yeah,
Well,
your mom's there.
One of the hells. Anyway.
But she said not to bring you. I talked to her, and she said not. She made specifically, she very
What?
clearly gave instructions to not bring you. So yeah, let's not go through that portal. Let's not do that again.
But we know where your mom is.
Mm-hmm.
She's imprisoned in the 9 hells.
What is that?
Yeah, do we know what that is?
Ness definitely would. Dragathiel, you probably would as well.
Do I know? Okay.
Ness and Mercy, the 2 of you roll me a history check. I think you guys, it shouldn't be difficult. You know, you've heard of them.
I mean, I'm proficient in history as well.
Yeah.
Well, it's a 9.
Well, you don't need
Almost-
it. Your
Oh,
religion would absolutely have taught you
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
I rolled a 7.
What did you get, Alistair?
Oh, sorry, I was like not even. I was
Oh, no worries.
thinking
Yeah, just
something
roll me a
else.
history or religion check, either one.
All right. 21.
So, you, the 3 of you, have being a paladin cleric, and then in your travels, you definitely would have heard things, Alistair. You know that the 9 hells is kind of the domain of most demons, devils, and things. Specifically devils. Demons make their appearances there. With a 21, you would also know that in the past, this name that you've probably heard in your travels from your companions, an ancient kind of half demon, half devil lord named Kassan, once kind
Saw
of
that.
united these 2 realms at some point. After his death, they began to kind of fracture and split again. But the 9 hells was kind of largely the domain of where devils rule at this point.
Devil's rule.
So, but Mercy,
Hail
you've
Satan.
maybe heard the term
That's
9 hells.
exactly what I was saying.
You've heard the name 9 hells maybe in poetry or like in a children's story, but it's never been something that you really looked into or sounded super real to you.
Would we know like how people end up in there?
I mean, the same way we wound up here.
Accident.
An accident?
Sometimes,
We're on
yeah.
purpose. We're on purpose.
Well, yeah. I just mean like
You know that
Can people just be like, hey, take this person down there? Like, could the Fae people have been like, hey, Maeve's stupid?
You know
You go.
that is a possibility. You can physically go there, as you could have just done going through the portal. You
Mhm.
also know that oftentimes devils, like many of the souls that you guys saw flying around in the hags area, when a soul leaves the body, if a devil happens to be lucky or be around, they can try and drag that soul to hell with them, either for recompense or to gain higher standing or any sort of thing like that. So there's a number of ways in which one could get there. It's really hard to say how Maeve arrived there.
Okay.
What I
Huh.
thought were just stories.
So plan B, huh?
It doesn't.
Plan C. I'm not
Yeah.
going.
Yeah. That's not happening.
What's all? What's the alternative?
We go home.
Yep. I mean, that's what we were trying to do in the first place. It would obviously be nice to see your mom or to see your aunt or whatever, but
Okay. Figure out how to get us there.
Well, plan C is go into the Feywild and try to find your aunt.
yeah.
And it's possible your aunt already knew that your mother was subjugated in the Hells, but perhaps not.
Yeah.
I don't think that I don't know much about the Feywild, and I don't know much about your family, but I would imagine if it sounds to me like she was exiled more than you would have to be truly hateful to send someone there.
Well, you know, she did the taboo. She had me, and she had my dad.
It's one thing to condemn a person's body, it's another to condemn their soul.
Well, I don't know if that is why she was sent there. I do know that Oberon takes us very seriously, but I don't know why. I try not to pry, but I sense he is hiding something. I've never gotten anyone brave enough to tell me who might know. So, your guess is as good as mine.
Well, I think we're down to our last option. Try to find your aunt and see if she can conjure a way for us to return home, to our home plane anyway.
Yep. Well, Lana, if I told you the general direction, could you get us somewhere relatively safe in that direction?
I think I have an idea of where Titania normally would be. She has a grotto she fancies. I could get you within a day's journey, but much closer, and I would be risking retribution.
Absolutely.
Certainly.
If that
Grotto
is
sounds nice.
what you wish to do, I could get you closer, maybe to the other side of the Crystal Forest, a bit beyond. Outside of that, I will not be much use.
You've already been hospitable enough.
Or yeah, exceedingly so.
Well, if there's any last minute, if you need to grab any supplies or food or anything, you're welcome to grab anything before you go. But otherwise, I'm ready whenever you are.
Sure. I'll stock up on supplies, food, this abundant food source.
Okay. If you guys want to add rations, you can go ahead and add each. Like
I don't know that I've ever
probably
Wow,
not,
taken
because
removed rations.
You
to be
guys
honest
have
with you.
mostly been eating. I will say, Howard, let me double check because
There's a right? What?
because technically you could grab a handful of good berries.
Ooh, good berries.
Let me see how long they last though. 24 hours. So you guys could grab good berries if you like. You can each grab
Sure.
3 of them.
Okay.
What?
I'm sorry.
They're berries that give you health points.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can each grab up to 10. Yeah, they're
So
basically
how
they're
do
each each one is 1 hit point. So you could grab like a small bag of them if you like.
Add items.
Oh, okay. Thank you. That's exactly what I was. Thank you.
So you guys can all add 10 good berries to your inventory if it actually has an item for it. I know the spell is a little.
I don't think it does.
I'm
That's
not
fine.
finding
Yeah.
anything.
Just keep
Okay.
note of it that you have 10. They do last only 24 hours, but they will give you 1 hit point back for each one you eat, so up to 10.
Okay.
Well, shall we go then?
I suppose so.
You see, she goes up and touches this tree, and she says, "My friend, I must ask one more time that we might pass through." And it begins to like pull open, opening up a portal to the other side of the crystal forest. As you guys kind of look through, you do see the last little remnant of like one bit of a crystal tree kind of from the side there, as she kind of says, "Well, I shall be staying here. It's a bit of a journey, but I suppose send to Aya if you need anything. I don't know how much I'll be able to do, but I'll do what I can. And best of luck on your journey."
Thank you so much.
She gives you a nod as you all begin to step through. At this point, on the other side is now you begin to you take a peek through. You step through onto the other side. You see no longer the crystal forest. As you kind of look behind you, you do see as it kind of stretches endlessly out behind you. But up ahead of you, instead of being some sort of like where you were running into a whimsical field of this kind of long blue grass and now and then a crystal forest, there appears to just be a path over a regular bit of grassy hill that kind of keeps to go up and down. But it's a worn path, almost as if it's been walked regularly. Further ahead of that, you do see some sort of trees that they appear to be more natural looking than the crystal trees. However, there are still the occasional like trees that have blue leaves or purple leaves instead of green. But it is at least a bit more comforting of a sight than some of the oddities you have been seeing. The path seems to largely kind of follow across the outer border of this forest off to your right. Off to the left, you actually see what appears to be some sort of cliff with a bit of like an ocean view. The ocean appears to be normal water, as best you can tell from here. As you step through the other side now, roll me... Actually, hold on. What is everybody's passive perception?
16.
13.
Should be the highest, yeah.
I'm 15.
14.
Okay. Very good. As you hear from the other side, Boar's like, have a good trip. As then the portal then closes behind you, and he apparently has decided to stay there for now. But roll me a perception check, everybody.
Oh, boar. Hey, quit clicking my mouse for me, you weirdo.
You weirdo.
18.
8.
All right.
7.
8.
Wow, y'all. Finally, I see something.
So the total for you was how much, Alistair?
18.
Okay. Mercy, just for reference,
Yeah.
did you ever put your helm back on?
No, I took it off like a couple sessions ago, and I have not put it back
Okay.
on.
As you
Why?
look back through the portal, Alistair, you see as on his head, you see his boar is wearing this helmet you've seen Mercy wear a couple times with glowing eyes as he's just kind of waving to you by.
Hey, buddy, I think you took a souvenir.
Fuck!
Is that yours?
Wait!
That's awesome.
He rolled really high on sleight of hand.
Fuck me! I literally, this session, I was literally sitting here thinking I was like, this is gonna be great. They're gonna all totally forget that exists, and then I'm gonna like just show up and it's gonna. God damn it!
Hope that wasn't expensive.
Emotionally expensive.
Ooh.
Got it for free.
That's the best stuff.
Aw.
So,
My-
you see he's joyfully waving back with these glowing red demon eyes from underneath this dread helm.
Oh my god.
He would have grabbed more, but Mercy seemed to be interesting to him with all your colorful things, so there wasn't a ton else he could grab from
At
your
least
inventory.
it wasn't the feather, right?
But the helmet, the only benefit
It
of the
wasn't the
helmet was
feather.
that
Was
the eyes glow
style.
red, right? Yeah.
It was
yeah.
style.
Okay.
It wasn't like the infravision or whatever.
No.
Stark
Style is
vision.
everything.
It could have been your scarf.
It could have been.
Could have
your
been the scarf. It could have been the feather. It could
It
have
could
been
have
the
been the
feather.
immovable
I
route.
don't
It
want
could
to
have been
talk
your
about
sword.
it. Let's go.
Yeah, it could have been the sword.
Been the sword.
So as
Can you
guys-
imagine him waving goodbye with the sword?
Goodbye.
Would have been real bad.
Oh, that
I
was
was so nice to him too.
Like, no mission, guys. Okay.
when you guys found him, he was trying to steal from you.
It's true.
So you're
It all
lucky.
came full circle.
Oh, I love Dungeons and Dragons.
I bet you do.
As you guys arrive on the other side, we're gonna go ahead and call that a night before we get
Son
any
of a
further.
bitch.
As you guys have now arrived on the other side of the Crystal Forest. Oh, you guys are tearing up the table.
What the fuck are you doing?
What is happening?
As you arrive on the other side,
I see.
Dragathiel,
I
Oh,
see.
Jesus.
the kind of compass in your head does appear to be pulling you kind of straight ahead down this path for now. You don't know what lies ahead, but you get a sense that Titania's within a day's journey. So we're going to leave it there for now. Let me see announceables really quick. First of all, thank you guys all, by the way, for playing tonight. Thank you guys all for watching. Let's see.
I rolled 346. I rolled a 346.
Oh,
on
Pint and Slego, thank you
like
for all the bits.
20d6 or something.
I like it when people get in a fight over trying to who gives more stuff. That's my favorite.
Isn't that just the best?
So thanks both of you guys for that. The Liching Hour, dope name by the way. Thank you for the follow.
That is an awesome name, right?
The Liching Hour, I dig that. Welcome Party RPG, thank you for the raid, I appreciate that. And Wasteland Apprentice, thank you for the follow. We're gonna go and kick all these lovelies over to another D&D stream. Let's see. Who we gonna open? This looks good.
Oh, don't fuck up my whole setup here, dude. I got like all the dice that I need and everything. Get that shit out of here.
All right, we're gonna kick it over to Lost Initiative Show. I've not checked out their channel yet. This is the first time I've seen it, so
That's what's up.
they look like nice enough dudes. So go give them some love. Thank you guys so much for playing. We will be back here next Monday. As far as this campaign, I gotta talk to you guys, but I'm gonna try and squeeze it in. I don't know when. Are you guys any of you going Wednesday, or are you all going Thursday to TwitchCon?
I'm going Friday.
I'm going
so-
Thursday.
Like Friday's super early.
So then
though.
Wednesday might work for everybody. Okay, we might.
No, I'm in Chicago on Wednesday night because my flight is early on Thursday.
Well, we'll discuss it. We may have to.
Okay.
We may have to try and do it either earlier or later. We'll figure it out. But we'll be back next week, definitely with our Monday campaign. We'll try and figure out. I'll let you guys know an announcement when this is happening for tonight. So
Yeah,
thank you guys so much. Have a good night, and we love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.